following audio is intended for mature audiences and contains adult content, graphic language, graphic violence, and strong sexual content. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome back to Fedori, everyone. I am here with my three esteemed guests, starting from the top. We have Eli.
Hello.
Followed by Haqsaw. Apparently he's not going to say anything. And then we finally have the Mayhem Vote 93.
What's up?
Alright, guys, so last we left off, you all found yourselves inside of different prison cells. And, you managed to get one of the kobolds' attention, who ended up having a kobold slave with them, and doing some really weird stuff to kind of distract them and get their attention, which, except for Rhaegar tried to threaten them. But you guys managed to get the slave to kill the other kobold by having Gnorbit distract them with his pigeon. The kobold slave releases you guys, tells you that his name is Andoran, and also tells you that he's going to lead you guys to your gear and help you escape by whatever means necessary, because he no longer wishes to be a part of this clan. He leads you to your gear. You all get your stuff back for the most part. The nobleman tells you that he only paid you 50 gold instead of the 500 gold that you had originally thought that you guys had. But you each ended up with 50 gold pieces each, and the nobleman stated that if you helped him get out alive, he would pay you all back for the 100 gold at least to see him safely back to his home. The kobold Andoran leads you down this narrow tunnel that ended up becoming a labyrinth that leads back to the main town. But unfortunately, he doesn't know exactly where he's going. He only knows how to get to the person that knows how to get through this labyrinth. However, the nobleman got kidnapped by something, and you guys don't know what it is yet. The only way that you could figure out how to get to the nobleman to save his life is to go talk to a very slightly insane individual by the name of the Rat King. And that's where we are now. So, the majority of you, except for Mouse, are in this room. And it's pretty much... It's kind of like that scene in the Lord of the Rings where you had Gollum appear, and it's got that little island in the middle of the what looks to be like a pond, but instead of there being a pond here, it's just like a pillar that leads upwards and a set of stairs that goes up to his little tent that he has. All of you except for Mouse are in this room. You see the Rat King holding on to a single rat who is gnawing at him and scratching at him and trying everything it possibly can to get out of his clutches. But he's sitting here caressing it and petting it as if it was one of his own children. He sees you guys coming in, and he looks at you with a very disgusting, very blackened smile and says, "Well, it looks like we have visitors." Oh, Gnorbit and Rhaegar, you guys do.
Can I roll? Can I do an insight check? No. Sorry, perception. My bad.
You can do insight or perception. Either one's fine.
I'm gonna do perception because it's got the higher multiplier.
Okay.
I'd also like to join up on that one.
I'm on a 12.
Okay. Wait for Norbit's roll.
Got a 14.
Okay, yeah. So both of you pass. Yeah. So this guy is quite literally insane. He believes that these rats follow his orders and treat him as a father figure. But in reality, these rats would love nothing more to see this man die and just eat his corpse.
Can we make that a possibility after we get the information?
Wait, do what now?
Can we make that fantasy for the rats a possibility after we've got what we need from them?
I mean, you can certainly try.
With my perception check, can I learn more about this individual, like his build, his height, his race, his
with a 12, I'll at least give you a little bit. I'll give Gnorbit a little bit more because he did roll a 4.
Right. Well.
So,
okay.
Well, what to do, Slade, is give Gnorbit his bit and then type something in the podcast campaign bit. I'll mute myself so I don't hear what he hears.
Okay.
So put something in the Discord when you've finished telling Gnorbit.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Alright, so Gnorbit, basically what you see is that this man is all skin and bones. He doesn't get a lot of nutrients down here. Whatever he's eating, it has to be something else apart from these rats because he refuses to eat any of these rats due to the fact that he thinks that it's children. His teeth are completely black. Like, they are just solid black. It looks to be like that whatever and however long he's been down here, he simply just does not care about taking care of himself. He's more concerned about taking care of these rats than he is of his own well-being.
Right.
He also seems on the outside to be weak, but you don't know for sure if he's as weak as he seems.
So there could be an inkling that he's stronger than he appears.
There's like a small inkling that he's not what he seems.
Got you. So he's kind of like what you'd imagine when you see a skeleton, just like all bones, nothing really to him, and then it comes out with a bar like and smacks you in the face and you're dead.
Pretty much, yeah.
So that's the type of vibe I'm getting. Alright. Got it.
Alright, so
I'll do it.
Alright, yeah, send him a message to come back. Okay, so Rhaegar, basically all you see is that there is this man sitting on the top of this pedestal. He's all skin and bones. His teeth are black, like solid black. And for you, he looks like a weakling. He looks like that he couldn't really do much of anything.
So he's human?
Yeah, he is. He is human.
Okay. Duly noted.
Cool.
Yeah. Can I share the information I got with Rhaegar?
You can, if you would like.
So, without going into too much detail, basically, there's like a 50-50 whether he could be stupid OP and just hiding it. Keep that in mind. I just got like a bad feeling about it.
Okay, Slade, how far away from him are we?
So, you're at an angle. So, roughly, if you were to go upward towards the top of where his tent is at, you're technically about around 15 feet. But for those that are listening right now, the players do have a map. So what looks to be like 5 feet on the map for them, because it's at an angle and they're having to go upstairs to get to him, it's roughly more about 15 feet.
Can I just get on my pigeon and fly up to him?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Wait, can both of us get on the pigeon and fly up to him?
No, one of you can. The other one can't.
I guess I'll do since it's my pigeon.
I was going to say, Norbert, have you got any range weapons? Like, have you got any weapons that you can fire from a range?
I do have I have crossbow bolts that I could throw at him. I don't have a crossbow. I could do a spell.
Andoran sees that you guys are basically talking about like what to do in this situation. He kind of gets an inkling that you guys are thinking about attacking him.
No, I'm not thinking about attacking. I'm just trying to prepare myself because if this guy's got a 50% chance of being OP,
yeah,
and he's clinically insane, what's to say that he's not going to try and attack us at a moment's notice?
Yeah, so exactly. Andoran says kind of just leave it to him, let him do all the talking, because all you guys need from him is the location of where the thing that took the nobleman is at. And after that, you won't have anything you need from this guy anymore.
Got you. Well, Andurin's only a small fella, right? So could me and Andurin get on the pigeon and fly up?
You and Andoran could, but I would make it to where that your pigeon moves half speed.
He'd still be able to make it up in one go, though.
Yeah, it would still be able to
Yeah.
make it up in one go, but it would be more like that your pigeon, while Andoran is on there with you, would be at half speed.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do that then, so that we can let Andurin speak to him.
Okay.
And then that way we're not having to drag Rhaegar.
All right,
like
right
25
quick
stairs.
before we get into that conversation, Mouse, I need you to make a perception check for your location, because you're inside of a gutter trying to follow this goop that it, for whatever reason, decided to take the nobleman. So I need you to roll me a perception check to see if you can find out which way you need to go now.
It's not a gutter, it's a vent. There's a difference.
Either way, you are crawling inside of this large thing.
I'm in a tube. Like at McDonald's. Hopefully there is a ball pit at the end.
One would hope.
I would like to press X for doubt.
Right?
So for, so for
24!
24? Okay. If you go straight for about 20 feet, then you can, there will be a path to the left and a path to the right. The path to the left is the one you need to go on.
Is there anything else I noticed within this gutter?
You can roll me a perception check.
Thought that's what I just rolled.
No, insight check. Insight check. I'm sorry, insight check.
For what?
You can do an insight check on the goop that you're following.
No, like, is there like anything else I see?
Other than you know which direction you're going. That's pretty much it.
Gotcha.
But
Also,
Yeah,
you
that's
just
all I
got
want to
through
know.
his
I didn't
meat.
want to do another check.
okay,
You know?
all right, yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
that's
all you
exactly-
know is you rolled a perception check to see if you know which direction you're.
Yeah.
Can you smell his
Yeah, but
meat?
with the high it is, I figured like I also saw maybe something else if there was anything to see.
No,
That's what I was trying to do.
So,
Gotcha.
Can he,
All right,
Totally.
then I go.
can Mouse smell his meat with that perceptive check?
No.
Can I smell
Right.
my meat?
I mean,
Yeah,
you can
'cause-
smell his meat, but we're talking
Well,
about a
That's
whole
a different kind of meat.
here.
But let's just.
Yeah, no.
All right,
I
so
tried to
we're gonna
draw.
swap back over to well. Okay.
Yeah, I will go left then.
Okay. All right. All right. So you go left, and your pathway, by going another 20 feet, goes to where that it goes to another left, a right, and a straight. You'll have to get down to the end of it to kind of do another perception check, and see if you can figure out which way. But we'll swap over right quick back to Rhaegar and Gnorbit as you're making your way down that direction. So, Gnorbit, you just flew up to the top of this pedestal where the Rat King is at. You
Yes.
landed with Andoran, and the
Mhm.
Rat King doesn't move. He's still sitting there petting his rat, who is constantly trying to squirm out by biting him and scratching him. All sorts of other manners of attacks.
Alright. So I'm gonna let Andurin speak to him because that's what he advised, and just see where that goes.
Okay. Alright, so Andoran looks at the Rat King and says, "My liege, we need your assistance if you would be so willing to oblige to our needs." The Rat King just continues to smile, this black smile at him, and says, "Oh, it's so wonderful to have somebody down here with some manners. Unlike these other kobolds who come down here and slaughter my family if they were nothing but just meat on a stick. But it seems that you are of good nature. What is it that you would like, my child?" Andoran looks back at him and says, "We need to find the location of the water demon that has possibly taken one of our own." The Rat King looks at him and says, "Ah, so that is what you... I see. So, how about we make a trade?" Andoran says, "Okay, what kind of trade are we talking here? Are you needing some type of supplies? Do you need some something else? He says, no, nothing like that. What I want you to do is I want you to go and kill the grandmother and her 2 guards. And while you're at it, I would like for you to destroy those wretched machines that are constantly causing buzzing noises throughout my lair, forcing my rats to go into a complete frenzy. Rhaegar and Gnorbit, if you want to do an insight check of what he means by these large machines, you can do so if you would like.
I will do that, but can I also just turn around and do a counter offer to his deal for the information?
You might want to do an insight check first.
I got 21.
Don't tell him I shot his rat.
I fucked it up. I was meant to do a 4, not a 3 for my insight. Do you want me to go with the one that was lower or the one that was higher?
Because you typed it in incorrectly, I'll allow the second number. So,
right,
so what was your numbers?
23.
21.
21? Okay, yeah, both of you wildly succeeded. So, if you look up, you can see not only the grates where you know Mouse to be at, to where that he's crawling through to try to find this water demon, as Andrin calls it, but you also see what looks to be like these twisted cords that are running along this underneath these grates as well, that you can tell just by looking at it has some form of intensified electricity running through them. So you can surmise that there's something down here that is giving someone power, but you don't know exactly what it's necessarily for, other than that it provides some form of what would you say, like a power source of some kind.
It's called electricity, Tony.
Well, we can't call it that here in Fantasyland.
Can I do a perception check to see if he has any weapons or anything like that around?
You most certainly can.
Perception is 23.
23? Okay, so he has no weapons at all. 0. You look inside of his tent very briefly, and the only thing that's inside of his tent is a small sleeping bag and what looks to be like a net. But that's about it.
When we say net, what type of net are we
Just
on about?
a regular net, like one that you would see like a fisherman use.
Right. Alright, that's fine then. Yeah. I've got nothing else to add.
Right.
So there's basically a life support system leading somewhere.
Yeah, so Andrin knows where the grandmother's at. That's the only place that, other than here where the Rat King is currently at right now, that's the only other place that he knows how to get to 100% with no issues whatsoever.
I'm going to assume that this grandmother is hooked up to this life support system.
I mean, you can assume however you want.
Can we just cut the cables that are above us?
I mean, you can attempt to try to cut it, but I will say that your attack roll has to be high, because these are some really thick cables, and you also don't know exactly what they do. You just know that there is quote unquote electricity going through them and doing something.
Can anyone think of a downside to cutting these wires?
Fucking electrocute yourself.
Well, apart from the obvious damage.
No, I can't use that word. This is Fantasyland.
Okay, you could liquefy yourself.
Yeah, I could get Zappy Zap.
Just go with electrify yourself. Oh my gosh!
Let's just go with Zappy Zap. I prefer Zappy Zap.
I don't want to be Zappy Zap.
So there's no real downside to me cutting these cables that we can think of.
Wait, is the cables running along that ventilation system?
Yeah, it's running basically underneath it. all throughout.
What's the ventilation system made out of?
It's made out of metal.
You motherfuckers better not cook me.
I'm even more
Let's
inclined to.
go.
I'm doing it. I'm trying. Just
Okay, I'm gonna do it as well. So I rolled it. Okay.
It'd be my attack bonus for my longsword, wouldn't it? Because that's what I'm gonna try and cut it with.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
I got
Rhaegar,
13.
you miss. Gnorbit, you do hit.
Do I go through it?
You gotta do damage.
You gotta do damage.
Oh, right.
Also,
That's just a solid 1d20, isn't it?
Well, it's whatever your longsword damage is.
Oh, right. Okay. 9.
9. Okay, so you don't get that deep into it. You do manage to cut through the outer layer, but when you cut through it, you can see on the inside what looks to be like different colored strands, but you don't know what they're for.
Can I try again?
Is there a red
yeah,
wire?
I mean, you can try again if you would like. The Rat King does look up at you. Says, I wouldn't advise that, friend.
I do have thieves' stalls. Is there anything in a thieves' stall that could help?
Not here.
Alright,
Oh, here's an idea.
go on.
Can I roll yet?
Yeah, so we're gonna swap over to
We're
we're gonna swap. Before you reveal what you thought, we're gonna swap over to Mouse. All right, Mouse. By this time, you've gotten to the end of the hallway. You've got a straight path, a left path, and a right path. Roll perception check to see which direction you need to go.
Crit.
You crit. Okay, go right, then go 25 feet and go right again.
Do I, with that perception check, do I see any other signs of life within the ventilation shaft?
You see one chunk of meat that looks to be like it was gnawed on when you go around the corner.
But no other life forms.
Not yet, no. I will say I will say this, okay? When you get down to the end of the hallway at the end of the 25 feet, you hear below you.
Now, remember, I'm going half speed.
You are going half speed, yeah. So,
okay, just let you know.
Yeah, so when you manage to get to the end of that hallway, on the right-hand side, you get to the 25 feet, right? You hear below you something odd. You hear what you would assume is a roar, but it sounds muffled.
Can you update the map to show like everybody's locations?
Yes. So Mouse is the only one that I can't show because
I'm on a whole different map.
He's on a whole different system. Right now, where you see the dots at for you guys watching or seeing the map right now, that's where you guys are at currently.
So is that the pink, blue, orange, and yellow?
Yeah, there's the blue, orange, yellow, pink, red, and then like crimson.
Before I end my turn, though, Tony, I would like to grab that meat as I go along, and that'll be it for me.
You grab the meat, and again, like the majority of the meat is gone, like it's been gnawed on and eaten. But there is also like a really nasty slime substance that's on this meat.
I would like to place it on the ground, get my short sword, and slice that piece off.
Okay.
Can I do that? Like, slice the slime piece off. It's not to eat. I'm not going to eat this piece. I'm going to potentially maybe use it.
I'll say you can take your sword out and kind of cut at it, but you'll cut at it with disadvantage because of the space you're in.
Yeah, I'm just going to slice it, though. Like, I'm just going to slice that piece off. I'm not trying to do anything crazy here. Just, just slice a piece off for like a sandwich, but just one that has the slime and stuff it in my bag.
I'll say do a strength check instead of doing an attack. Just do me a strength check to see if you can manage to do all that. And do it with disadvantage.
12.
Yeah, I'll allow you to do that. Yeah, so you kind of haphazardly pull your sword out. It's kind of a nuisance to pull it out because it's clanging up everywhere and getting in the way. Finally do manage to pull it out and kind of just like cut into the meat and leave the bone. and you throw the bone away, and you have this.
No, don't throw the bone away. Keep the bone. Too.
Oh, you want to keep the? Okay, so yeah,
I just want to cut the piece that has slime off because I want to. I'm not going to eat the meat, but I could probably use it to kind of lure something away.
Okay, yeah.
Like use it as
so
bait.
you do manage to do that. Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
He's not going to eat.
And I'll put it in my bag, and I continue on and end my turn there. Now it's yours.
Okay. All right. So now we'll go back to Gnorbit and Rhaegar. All right. So you just got this offer of trying to kill the grandmother, as they call her. Gnorbit did cut slightly into this electrical cord, quote unquote. You didn't cut all the way through it. You mostly managed just to take out the outer layer.
But the wires inside it are now exposed, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to use my lightning attack.
Okay, roll me an attack.
I'm gonna try and short circuit the wires of the entire system.
Okay.
So it's 2d6.
Yeah, roll me 2d6.
Oh, 5.
5? Okay.
Yeah.
So you shoot your lightning through it, and nothing happens.
Okay. Am I able to try again with my regular attack?
You can.
Oh my god! I went to put sweats on and get a drink, and you're still trying to cut that.
Alright, so I will allow you to try to attack it one more time with your sword.
17.
That does hit. Or with your axe.
Okay, let me work out damage. Oof, this is gonna suck. 11.
11? Okay. You cut through the wires, suddenly feel as if...
Oh, I don't like the sound of this.
Oh, man. You used a metal object to cut through electricity.
I want you to...
It's not called electricity, Haqsaw.
Hopefully you guys can hear this, but this is the sound of the dice that I'm rolling.
How many dice?
Listen to those clinking.
You take 9 electric damage.
You whore.
Am I far enough away that it doesn't get to me? Or
nothing will happen to you because he didn't.
Yes.
He didn't do enough damage to cut all the way through. He just did enough damage to basically like short circuit some of it. But he takes 9 points of lightning damage, and I also need you to make a strength roll.
Why does it Gomu Gomu no Mi for when we need it?
Make a strength saving throw.
It's a good thing the metal dude didn't succeed like you
20.
did.
20? Okay, so you're not knocked prone, but you do get pushed back, and you do land on your rear end, but, I mean, you can get back up easy. No problem.
On your rear end?
Okay.
But you did take 9 points of lightning damage.
What did we learn?
Now, I need Gnorbit and Rhaegar to make perception checks or insight checks, whichever one you would prefer.
Mine are both the same, so. But,
either
how
which
badly
one?
did we damage the wire?
You can, if you do an insight check, you'll get a different answer.
I did a 22, so I will do an insight.
You'll do insight, and then Rhaegar will do perception?
Yeah, perception.
Okay. With the insight check, the 22, you happen to notice that the room you're currently in starts to get darker. It's dimmer. And you can assume that there is basically power down here in this labyrinth. And this is one of the rooms that the power is in. You could also surmise that what Rhaegar just did also cut power out of other areas down here in the labyrinth near you. Rhaegar, with your perception check of 14, you basically surmise the first half of what Gnorbit kind of got an insight check on, but you also notice that when you landed on the ground after being shocked, the ground is not solid ground. It feels like it's almost glass-like.
Okay.
I don't like that.
Did I crack the glass with my thick ass?
No. No. You didn't crack it. You kind of get like the notion that the ground you landed on is not solid ground. The only part of the ground that would be solid is the part where Gnorbit and Andoran are standing at right now. That the reason why that this island thing is here is because this is like the only piece of solid ground that's actually viable to stand on, and then the stairs lead out back into the labyrinth to get back onto regular ground.
How far through the wire did we get?
This dude think he's thick.
You what now, Gnorbit?
How far through the wire did we get?
You didn't even go halfway. Like, you're a quarter of the way.
Alright, I'm gonna give up with that one then.
Well, you gonna like to try again?
No. I could fix the wire, but I'm not gonna.
But yeah, so this room is now darker. I'm going to make it to where that, because of how dark it is now, do you, Gnorbit, or Rhaegar have dark vision? I know the pigeon does.
I don't think it's me, but I'll double check.
Well, I mean, the pigeon can tell him what it sees. Remember?
Yeah, the pigeon can tell you what it sees, but you're still going, unless the pigeon tells everybody, then Gnorbit and Rhaegar is going to have disadvantage if they get into a fight in this.
Where would I find out if I've got dark vision?
When you go down to the bottom of your character sheet where all of your abilities like rage and stuff is at, you'll see a section down there that'll say dark vision, and it'll tell you how far you can see.
No, I don't have it then.
Okay. So neither one of you have it?
No, it's just the pigeon.
Okay. So the pigeon will be able to relay to you what it sees in this room because of how dark it is. But otherwise, you guys, if you get into a fight in here, you'll have disadvantage on your attack rolls because it's getting darker and harder to see. It was already dark to begin with, but now it's getting almost pitch black.
If only we had some light.
I mean, I can fix the wire if we need.
Alright, so we're going to swap over to Mouse. Mouse, you are literally go straight ahead about 50 feet, and this will be the last roll you'll make.
Damn, I'm going to move that fast?
Well, I'm basically speeding up your process. So,
Okay,
you're going to move 50 feet straight ahead. You've got another situation where there's a path straight ahead, to the left or to the right. Roll me a perception check with advantage this time.
Also, if I do this, can I also, at the same time, can this also count for looking for any signs of life again?
That's what the advantage is for. That's what the advantage is for. So roll me a perception check with advantage.
17.
Okay. So the goo that you've been following is getting thicker, and it's getting more difficult to kind of maneuver through this area. So with your perception check, you can summarize that you're getting really close to its lair. It leads to the left, and if you look around the corner to the left, you see a grate, kind of like what you entered into when you first got in here. You see another one about 25 feet down that hallway that leads down.
Okay, is there any signs of any smaller critters, maybe a bat or something?
There's no critters inside of these grates, but when you do look around the corner, the bag that you had the nobleman use to carry your meat with is sitting next to that hole that leads down.
There's nothing maybe gnawing on the meat or anything that's been attracted to it or whatever.
But if you go over there and do another perception check with advantage again, then you'll be able to summarize what's in the bag, and also if you notice anything looking down through the bottom of that hole.
Okay. I'll... Also, since I'm taking technically 2 turns, can you give them 3 turns?
I'm essentially going to do that. I'm essentially going to do that. Yeah, that's why I'm speeding up your process.
19. Thank goodness for freaking.
So
advantage.
there's 2 things you're going to notice. The bag is empty, like completely empty. It's been scratched at, so it's been like gnawed at basically with like what looks to be like claws. It's been ripped to shreds. When you look over the grate, you notice 3 things. And I'm going to put the dot of where you're at and what you see. Okay? So for those listening at home, give me just a second and I'm going to draw the map for them and for him so he can know what's going on and what he sees and what he... You are the green dot and then you see the red dots there, right? Okay.
Yes.
So for those listening at home, this is basically what he sees when he looks down into the grate. His entire surrounding is completely encased in water. There is what looks to be on the left and the right. Once you look past the water, there is a walkway, and then there is a ladder to the very north of where he's sitting at currently. In the middle of the water is 2 giant pillars. He can only see in front of him, but he sees 3 looking like it's kind of hard to describe, but what it looks like to you is it looks like mud, but it's animated mud. It's like mud that has arms and legs, and there's 3 of them, and they are talking to one another. You can hear what they're saying too. You can hear the 3 of them. They're talking about the meal that they just got. And they're talking about what they're going to do with the human.
Oh, so he's still alive.
You don't necessarily know that yet.
Oh, okay. So it just said human, so he could technically still be dead. He could be dead too, and they're just going to feast on him.
But you do see those 3 sitting there. I will also say with the 19, you also hear them mention something about a boss.
Oh, joy. Oh, great. It's Mega Evolution Muck.
Alright, so right quick before we get to what you're about to do with that situation, we're going to go back to Gnorbit and Rhaegar. So, Gnorbit and Rhaegar, you are not really in a precarious situation, but you still have this this deal that the Rat King gave you, and you did find out that hitting the chords are bad.
Yeah, big zap.
It may tingle in my hands.
Fuck your hands! It made my balls tingle.
Alright, so what do you guys want to do? Do you want to go and take this deal, or do you want to just straight up just kill this guy and just try to find this location on your own?
So what do we get for the deal? Just the information?
That's a lot to do just for like a location.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I want Andoran to fucking try a little bit harder and grow a fucking spine.
Well,
and try
Andoran basically
intimidate him.
Like Andoran is looking at both Gnorbit and you, Rhaegar, and he doesn't want to do this deal. The grandmother to him, again, you got to consider that he's a kobold, so even though he doesn't want to be part of the clan anymore, that doesn't mean that there's not going to be certain people that he doesn't like in the clan.
Yeah.
But this is one of those people that he has high respect for, and he doesn't want to do this. He wants to avoid this at all costs.
I like to throw something else out there. Also, within the time that I have been gone, y'all may or may not, depending on how y'all feel about me, want to see how I'm doing.
No. I'm sure you're fine. You're
fine. You're fine.
I mean, so to kind of make things easier for you, Mouse, because now you know where you're going, you could easily go back to them if you wanted to. But that's why I'm waiting.
Fuck no! Because by the time I get to that crazy old kook, I mean, they might be gone. I ain't dealing with them by myself.
Right.
Alright, so...
Also, are we going to just gloss over
I know that's metagaming, but I mean, there's no chance of me actually finding them, because the chances of me finding them, they had Andoran to lead them to that guy. I don't know where they're at.
Yeah,
true.
Also, are we going to just gloss over the fact that Mouse looks like a fucking rat?
Yeah, true.
So this guy.
I'm wearing a poncho, so
that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Oh, you're talking about for him. He might like me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He might actually like me. Maybe I should have gone with y'all. Oh.
He might like you more than anyone else on the entire
He might like
existence.
me too much, though. You know, I'm not gonna go gluck gluck on this creepy old man or whatever he is. All right, so.
Alright. So, we've established this dude doesn't have shit, right? Like
this guy he literally has nothing.
I have an idea. Like I know y'all probably. I know this is technically I'm not there, but I can give y'all something that might help y'all if y'all haven't thought about it.
Go ahead.
Now y'all brought it up. Y'all brought up that I am a mouse folk, and this guy loves rats. Maybe you can mention something because not a lot of people coming in contact with an animal folk. I'm just saying,
Sure.
and I happen to be his species of choice.
Or we could just cut his fucking head off.
Or you could try to sway that y'all know me. You know, maybe I've got some leverage. You know, my name, maybe. You know.
All right. So what do you guys do?
I want fucking Anderan to grow a fucking spine and try and get a better deal for us.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling. Like he's willing to do that, but you guys are basically have him on a chain and leash. Like he's following your leads. So if you tell him that you don't want to take the deal, then he's going to try to persuade the Rat King to do something different. But he's like Anderan is not the one in charge here. He just knows where he's supposed to go. He's like a map.
Just don't let that little fucker pimp me out. All right, I don't want to be pimped out.
Rhaegar, are you in rage right now?
No.
No, I was gonna say if you are, don't you get a bonus to intimidation?
No.
No, he doesn't get a bonus to intimidation.
He just gets it to strength checks.
Yeah, he gets bonuses to strength saving throws and strength checks. Yeah.
I mean, we could try and intimidate the old man.
And more attack damage, I think.
Well, it wouldn't be us that's intimidating him. It's going to be Anderan.
Well, no, because we're up there still with him. Like, we can always just turn around and be like, all right, he's our bitch. You're going to do as you're told, or we're going to throw you off this fucking spire, pill, or whatever it is to your death.
I mean, he's already terrified of y'all, isn't he? Like
the Rat King? No, the Rat King is not
terrified
at all.
I was talking about Anderan.
No. Because Anderan's a little bitch.
Because remember, I was trying to be like, oh, you done fucked them. You done fucked up. And they're gonna
the only reason Anderan has gone this far is because he might be a coward, but he's more concerned about getting out alive as most efficiently as possible. And the best option that he has right now is to just do whatever you guys tell him to do.
Right, go yeah. Yeah, I say we tell Anderan to try and get a better offer first, see where that goes. Stick with you on that one, Rhaegar.
Yeah, go for that.
Okay, so you tell Anderan to do a better offer? Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do...
Use the mouse folk card, man. Use the mouse folk card.
Yeah, mouse and rats are different.
Okay. So Anderan looks at him and says, my colleagues here say they really don't want to have to go out of their way to go and kill somebody that they've never met, and it seems like too much of a hassle for us to have to go and kill this one individual, then have to make our way back just for you to tell us the location of one specific enemy we're looking for. So is there anything that we can do that is more simplistic that could still give us that information? Give me a second to roll. Oh my goodness. The Rat King...
That means no. That's a no. I already know that.
Well, the Rat King looks at Anderan. He thinks about it for a moment. And he says, there is one other thing that you can do that's easier and faster than taking out...
my dick?
Are you really saying that to him? No joke. Is that
what Rhaegar said? Is that what Rhaegar says?
No, that's what I was expecting the DM to say.
No.
Okay.
No.
I thought Rhaegar was offering. I was all like,
Okay, so he says there is one other thing that you can do that will give him what he needs in order to allow you guys the information you're looking for. He says that there is another enemy here that he classifies as a threat. He says that the location for this one is closer than the grandmother is, but this one is very tricky. This individual is super tricky. It's not going to be as simplistic as just a simple straight-on fight. So do you guys want to ask about that offer, or...
Yeah, can we ask for more information on the enemy?
Okay, so he tells you that the enemy in question, there's technically 3 of them. 2 of them are the same entity, and the other one is a trickster. It's never the same object twice. But the 2 that are the same are jelly.
Like, is that like slang for jealous?
No, like it's literally jelly.
They're
like
really
literal,
jelly, yo.
Like literal jelly. Like literal.
He just went all
jelly.
surfer dude on y'all.
Yeah, like it's literal jelly. He doesn't know what they're called. He just knows what they look like. But the 2 that he knows what they look like all the time look like giant squared jelly creatures.
Slimes.
Then the other one, which is like their master, takes a different shape every time. Doesn't know what it looks like exactly because it always changes.
So he looks like a pyramid now, not a cube. Interesting.
Or a sphere.
We're fighting the shapes.
Fighting shapes, right? This fucking polygonal fight, man. Like, golly.
Alright, so what do you guys want to do? Do you want to take that offer, or do you want to take the offer of killing the grandmother?
I guess we'll do the. I personally, I'd want to do the easier one just because why not? Plus, everyone doesn't want to fight the Grandmaster, but I'll let Rhaegar throw in his opinion as well.
Didn't the offer that was tied to killing the grandmother have other things attached?
Well, okay, so the Rat King says that killing the grandmother is more simplistic in the means of like that it's just going to be a straight on battle. It's just you guys are just going to draw your swords and kill her. Whereas trying to find these other enemies that's down here that's causing him problems is going to be more complicated than that. He didn't say that the fight itself wouldn't be difficult. He just said that getting to them is going to be difficult.
Doesn't the grandmother also have a map, guys?
Yeah, the grandmother knows. The grandmother, according to Andoran, is the only person down here who knows how to get back the topside back to the main city.
Doesn't she also have guards?
And she has guards.
Yeah.
How many?
You don't know.
So wouldn't she also probably know where the beast or whatever it is we're looking for is?
You
like,
also don't know that. Also don't know that.
Ah, shit, guy.
Fuck it, grandmother, let's go.
And also, like, do the grandmother. Yeah, do
Oh
the
my god.
grandmother.
Haqsaw, why?
Go to the grandmother, and this is just an idea, but, I mean, could you actually, like, instead of killing her, negotiate with her, say, hey, we were sent here to kill you, but we don't want to?
We could.
Screw it, let's go to the grandmother.
Yeah, fuck it.
Find out more about it, like, shit. Just don't let her know you try to chop up her security system.
Okay. All right. So, are you going to tell
hack it?
So, what are you going to tell the Rat King? Are you going to tell him that you're going to come back later with an answer to his offer, or?
No, we'll tell him that we're going to go and we accept his offer to kill the grandmother if he
gives us the information first.
If he can provide us with some guarantee right now that he will give us the information. And I mean like a solid guarantee.
A solid guarantee that he can give you the information of...
No, not that he can, that he will.
That he will?
I'm being very specific about this.
Okay. Alright, so he goes back into his tent. He grabs the net, and he pulls the net out, and Rhaegar and Gnorbit do a perception check on the net.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I was going to ask the bot for that now as well. I wish I'd done it.
Kinky.
You said perception?
Perception, yeah.
Y'all about to go 50 shades of brown in this sewer.
19.
Okay, 19 on perception.
That would have been a solid 24 if it had done it before.
20 on
And a 20.
20? Okay, alright,
Dirty
so...
20.
Alright, so you look at the net. The net looks like that it has blue slime on it, and it also looks to be like it was melted. And he says that the creature that you're asking about had him trapped inside of this net and accidentally melted the net away, and he escaped that way. And he's been living down here ever since.
I mean, that's not a guarantee that he will give us the information. That just tells us
But
a little
that
bit more
shows
about
that
him.
it shows that he knows about the creature, and he more likely knows where it is. He probably fought it, like in its location.
Yeah, he's basically telling you that he knows where it's at. This is his only way of guaranteeing that he knows exactly where it's at, and he can lead you right to it without question.
I mean, we could Lion King him and just hang him off the edge by his hand and get the information
I mean,
that way.
you have multiple ways of going about this. You can go and just straight up take his offer and kill the grandmother. And the grandmother, again, is the only one down here who knows exactly how to get out of here and get back up to topside without complications.
Let me get this straight, okay? The grandmother and the Rat King are mortal enemies, they fucking hate each other.
It's more of the lines that there are different factions down here that are fighting for territory.
Is it kind of like the Oracle and the Architect from the Matrix?
A little less complicated than that, but
they're opposing forces, but they're not worried with each other.
Right? Yeah, that's basically
okay. So how's about this then? What are the chances we knock the Rat King unconscious, bundle him in the net, and bring him to the grandmother?
That would initiate that you would try to fight him. And he is one that, from what you can gather, will fight to the death.
Norbit,
let's try to suck his dick.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna make this more fun. I'm gonna let Norbit decide.
That just means you a pussy to make your own choices.
Right, hold up.
Yeah,
here's what I'm gonna ask.
Okay.
Can I get my pigeon to grab him and fly really high up in this place?
You can try.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
Okay.
What do I need to roll?
So you would basically
if you attack it, would the rats side with y'all? How many rats are there?
You don't. Well, you can. You know of one. You know of one right now,
which has currently got his hands occupied.
Yeah, but that
right. So what I need you to do, if you're going to have Pigeon do it, I need you to roll for Pigeon to make a strength check to see if he can lift him up into the air. And I'm going to roll an opposed check against you, and whatever the roll is, that's what happens. All right,
give me a second then, because I'm gonna have to bring up Pigeon.
And I'm gonna do it in the chat instead of on my own, just so you can see what the roll is.
I'm just looking at what Pigeon's strength thing is now, real quick, before I do it.
All right, so I got an 18.
Apparently, Pigeon's strength thing is 14 plus 2.
It's plus 2 then, so do 1d20 plus 2.
Got you. Yeah.
Oh, Norbit, I hope you roll high. I hope you roll high, brother.
17.
Okay. So
that's gotta be.
So here's what happens.
Did he get disadvantage though because he's got his hands occupied by the rat?
No. And here's why.
And he's also got the net. He's also got the net too.
In the other.
Okay, with the net, I will roll with disadvantage.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, he's got the net.
With the net in his hand, I will roll for disadvantage, but with the mouse, I wouldn't roll. 4. Okay.
Okay, yeah, we get him.
Okay, you
That's
do
a critical
get
fail though, so that is you gotta also acknowledge that is a critical.
It is a critical fail. Okay, so here's how this will work. Your pigeon does grab the Rat King, and he grabs him by his arms, and he drops the rat. The rat scurries off, and he starts to get mad, and your pigeon is flying up towards the ceiling, and he's not able to get out right now. But I need you both, Gnorbit and Rhaegar, to roll an insight check.
Oh, crap.
Oh, why?
That doesn't sound good. That does not sound good.
I got a 12 as well.
Well,
hey, at least my pigeon's stronger than an old man.
Give me a second.
Barely, but...
insight.
Underneath history.
Shit. Okay. 12.
Okay.
We both got the same.
You don't know exactly what's going on, but you can, because it's dark in here, it's really dark, but you can make the slightest notion of, because he's moving about a lot, you start to see fur grow on his skin.
He's a were-rat.
He's a fucking shapeshifter.
Rolling for initiative.
Is he a were-rat? Wait, can we know? Is he a were-rat?
You don't know that yet. You just, all you see is fur growing on his skin.
He's a changeling. I rolled 11.
He is. I rolled a 14. Do I have to roll for pigeon as well?
He's definitely got to be a shapeshifter. He's definitely got to be a shapeshifter.
Okay, so Rhaegar, you rolled an 11. Norbit, you rolled a 14. Okay,
yeah,
so
I roll for pigeon as well.
Me and Rhaegar need to do a roll-off.
Oh,
because me and you have the same decks.
Hey, after the whole initiative, will it be my turn again?
Yes. Yeah, as soon as the initiative is over, we're going to swap back over to mouse.
Just
do I need to roll
up
for pigeon as well?
Yeah, roll again, Rhaegar, but just roll a 1d20. Don't add any modifiers. 11. Okay. All right, so it's going to be Gnorbit, the Rat King, and then Rhaegar.
Hold on, what did the Rat King roll?
An 18.
You dick.
What about pigeon?
Pigeon goes on the same initiative you do, so whatever you roll on your initiative, your pigeon will go at the same time you do.
Remember, that's technically 2 attacks. Remember, it's a bonus.
Yeah.
So you use your bonus attack to command pigeon, and then you use your action for your other stuff. Okay, so now before we go into combat, we're going to swap back over to mouse and hit him through his situation before we actually go into the actual combat. So,
dude, I'm so excited over here, and I'm not even in the fight. I'm like over here, like, oh my god, yeah, here we go. Fur, what's gonna happen?
Mouse. All right, so you see these 3 weird, I'm talking like strange mud people. They literally look like they're not exactly humanoid, but they're about the same size as a what you would think would be like a dwarf, but they're made completely out of mud, like completely made out of mud. There's 3 of them, and all you've heard so far is them talking about the human and what they're going to do with them. You've heard them mention the boss, and that they were talking about how good the meal was.
All right. Now I have an idea. And I feel like this would give me an advantage on a roll. All right, so my nature check, doing a nature check would be +1 for me. So my nature is really low, but if I can do it a certain way, I feel like I can get advantage. So what I wanted to do was hold on. All right, so it was because I have a language proficiency with common and squeak speech, and squeak speech is technically me using animal, like talking like like an animal, right?
Okay.
So is that considered, can that give me advantage with nature to try to lure, because I don't think they have, I'm thinking maybe if I'm lucky, they don't know squeak speech, and if I can use squeak speech and it just sounds like animals, like within the sewer, like another mouse or a rat or something, maybe I can lure a creature to me to help me to cause a distraction. So I can get out of that and it leads them away, and I can get out of that, and then I can continue on with my turn later on. Okay. Is that a possibility, like advantage with that?
It's not going to be that exact, but here's how we're going to go about doing it. So I'm going to give you 2 options. You can do a nature check, just a regular straight up nature check on these 3 individuals to see if you can get more of an idea as to what you're dealing with.
nature or insight?
I would allow both. Either one. You can do that option. Or 2, you can do the option that you were just telling me about. However, you will not get advantage. In fact, you'll get disadvantage because you don't know what these things are. And also because that these entities, having lived down here, would more than likely just ignore mouse folk speech because of all the rats that are down here.
Right. They might know. That's what I was worried about. Okay, so instead, could I, if I do the insight check, that's a +5. I can get to know what they are, and then maybe
you can decide what you want to do
advantage.
from there. Yes.
Yeah. Would that give me a better chance of if
you would get a better advantage of distracting them if you roll high enough to know what these things are.
All right, let's try this. We're doing insight, by the way. Insight.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
God, an 8?
These are mud people.
Mud people. Great. Mud people. Like, oh, the obvious. Gotcha. Well, since I rolled low, the only option I have is to take that bone and, fuck. I'm going to toss it as hard as I can in one direction. Let me look at the map real quick. All right. I want it. Can I toss it? You know how they're kind of. If I'm looking towards their direction, can I toss it behind me, underneath, that direction?
Underneath. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
so
back towards that opening down there.
In order for you to do that, you would have to basically lean out into the hole and then throw it. So it's almost like you're looking, you're still in the grate and you're looking at an angle, an awkward angle at the direction you're currently looking at where you see.
Well, what if I turn, go on the other side of the grate and then I'm not looking at them, I'm looking at the direction we'll be tossing.
Okay, you can do that, but if you do it that way, I need you to roll a stealth check.
Oh shit.
So
I don't want to risk it. I think I'm going to do I'm going to stay where I'm at and toss. I'm going to do it. I'm going to toss.
So you're going to lean over and toss it?
Yeah, just lean down. I don't have to lean all the way. Can I just stick my arm out and toss it?
I'm going to say that I'm going to make it to where you lean far enough to where you can actually see where you're going to toss it at, but not all the way out.
Okay. Right, because I don't want to just be dangling from my freaking feet
No. You won't be doing that. You'll still be basically stable to where you can get back in quickly, but you're still going to have to lean far enough to where you can see underneath you, behind you, so you can throw it behind you.
Right.
Okay.
All right,
I need you to roll me 2 things, though, if you're going to do it that way.
All right.
Okay. The first roll is a perception check. Then the second roll is going to be a strength check. So roll perception first. E1.
All right. 7.
Okay.
I'm getting all low rolls now.
Okay, with the 7, I will say that you do see a body in the far corner to the left of that room, near where the ladder is at, but you don't know who it is. You just see a body there. It's a human corpse there. You don't know if it's dead, you don't know if it's alive. Alright, so now if you want to throw the bone, then make a strength roll, or strength check.
I got a 9.
Okay. So here's what
it's a bone, so it's got to be light.
It is light. It is light. However, here's what happens: you throw the bone, and it does go across that little pillar that's in the middle, below you, down below you on the other side, where the mud people are not at, and it lands
on the platform. You mean
the platform? Yeah, I was trying to think of the word for it. Platform. But you throw it across that platform, and it lands in the water. However, the moment it lands in the water, you see what to you looks like a whirlpool happen simultaneously the moment the bone hits the water. And this this whirlpool consumes this bone and then comes out, and what it looks like to you, it's not like a snake per se. It looks to be like a snake made completely out of water. And it sees you.
Oh, what?
And now I need you to roll initiative.
Son of a bitch! Oh, man. Oh.
You're regretting not coming with us now.
This is really bad. This is really bad for you. This is extremely bad for you.
Fucked.
Haqsaw, put it this way, okay? You're like Jon Snow facing down the fucking army in the Battle of Winterhold.
All right.
Oh, it's gonna feel like it though. But I mean, I do deal a lot of damage.
Yeah,
so
roll your initiative.
Maybe I can one shot the little guys before they get to me. I think this might be. Dude, I roll 2d10s plus 3 piercing. So, actually, that's water. How can I fucking defeat water?
Fine,
I'm waiting for your initiative.
Piss on it.
Throw a load of dirt at it. Water gets soaked into dirt.
I'm gonna see if there's the wire runs into this place. I'm gonna shoot the wire.
Alternatively, you could make them stronger and piss on them. They might become your allies then.
Okay, I still need you to roll 5.
Oh my god,
okay,
why is my rolls shit?
Okay, alright. So here's how we're gonna do this. Alright, so we're going to alternate between battles. So, as was stated before, Gnorbit is the highest in the order of operation for his initiative. Okay, so Gnorbit will go first, followed by the Rat King. After the Rat King, Rhaegar will then go. After Rhaegar, then we go over to Mouse and do his situation, and we go back and forth between the two fights. Okay? Alright.
Wait, it wouldn't be like intertwined, like everybody's initiative rolls together, and then the battle's happening at the same time?
No, it's happening at the same time, but you have 2 different fights. So in order to...
Oh, I figured it would be intertwined, like if it's like, say, let's say I went after Rhaegar, but the snake went before Rhaegar. It would be
no.
the snake went, then Rhaegar back to their fight.
I rolled lower than everybody.
Holy shit! I got better than the snake?
No, the snake got better than you, but worse than everybody else. And the mud people got better than you and worse than everybody else.
Son of a bitch.
So it's going to go in that order of operations. So because you're in 2 separate places and there's 2 separate fights going on, that's the way we're going to handle this. Is that we're going to have them go first because they were higher in the initiative and get through their turn, and then we're going to go swap over to the other fight, and once you finish their turns, then we go back and forth between the 2 fights in the order of the operations. Okay? Alright, so Gnorbit, you are first in the order of operation. Your pigeon currently has the Rat King suspended in the air.
Yes.
Unless you tell your pigeon to bring him closer, or you have a long range weapon of some sort, you're not going to be able to hit him with your sword. But you can cast spells on the Rat King if you like.
So here's what I'm gonna do, right? So as he finished transforming into whatever the fuck he transformed into,
you don't know yet, but you can roll another perception check to see what exactly is happening if you would like. It's basically like a free action.
Is my action or no?
It's like a free action. It's like you
go
and use your free action to make the roll.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yes, guys, use all critical fail. Use all the bad rolls before it gets to my turn, please.
Alright, so what did you roll?
You rolled
a critical fail with +4.
Okay, so you just know that he's suspended in the air and he looks like that he's got fur on his body.
Right, well, with my bonus action to tell my pigeon, because I'm going to use my pigeon's turn first, since we technically use the same turn.
You can go in any which way you want. Yeah,
I'm going to tell my pigeon to yeet him.
Just yeet him?
Just yeet him into the wall so that he's going to go flat down the bottom of the pillar.
It's going to Hail Mary him.
Okay, I'm going to say that I'm going to make that a strength check instead of an attack.
Well, technically he's flying above everything.
Yeah, so basically what you're wanting him to do is to just toss this.
Toss him away. Anywhere away from the pillar.
But you need to roll a strength check to determine how far he throws him.
Alright, so 1d20 plus my pigeon, plus 2.
Your pigeon's strength, so it'll be plus 2.
13.
Okay. I will say that your pigeon can manage to throw him into the wall. Okay. I'm going to roll. If I can
remember, Gnorbit, we're looking at knocking him out. We don't want to kill him.
Okay. All right. So the pigeon does throw him up against the wall. However, okay. And you see this all in one motion. So pigeon throws him at the wall. The Rat King manages to kind of like almost do a flare and land on the wall, and you see that he's clenched to the wall, like his hands are buried inside of the wall itself, and he's just suspended there sideways. He turns his head to you, and then you hear him go like make a hiss at you, like, and then that's what you see. All right, so
I have a squirty bottle of water.
All right, but you.
I still have my main.
I will say that
he hisses like a cat.
No, it's like I can't do a hiss for what he is. Yeah.
It sounded like a cat to me. I was like, what?
Well, he's not a cat, but I will say that he is.
Let me go pull my cat's tail real quick.
He is close enough to you to where you can see him now. He is in fact a were-rat.
Fucking nerd. So I've still got my attack. He's currently clenched to a wall.
Yeah,
so
he's clenched he is clenched to a wall. Yes.
So I can't see him being able, because if he lets go of the wall, he's fallen. Right. So.
Oh well, it looks like it's almost like he can climb on the wall. It looks like.
Yeah, but all right.
Yeah, he's got claws that you can embed into the stone of the wall.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Can I ask, like, as a question for were-rats, do they have like good mobility when they're attached to a wall?
You can roll a nature check to see if you know a little bit more about what he is.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Why not?
Roll a nature check.
Yeah. Actually, my nature's not as good as I thought it was. I got an 11.
Got an 11? You can summarize that, like, were-rats are more mobile than the other counterparts of were-creatures. So, whereas, like, a werewolf, for example, would be more about, like, brute strength, a were-rat is more of, like, the sneaky, mobile type of were-creature.
Yeah, so even if I throw an attack at it, there's a good chance he could just completely fucking not work.
Yeah.
Alright.
You still have your spells, though.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. That's why I asked, because I was thinking because of the distance. If I was to throw like a spell at him, isn't there a good chance he could just like crawl away on the wall?
You would, in the current situation of what you rolled with a nature, you can summarize that you can hit him easier with spells than you could with your sword now.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll do a firebolt.
Okay, that's your cantrip, right? So go ahead and So go ahead and make see if you have to roll anything. I don't think you do, but I'm gonna make sure.
I'm not sure. I know I get a spell attack bonus of +5. I don't know.
Make a ranged spell attack against the target. Your spell attack is 1d20 plus 5.
So 1d20 plus 5. 15. That is really bad for
that. You do manage to hit.
Fair enough.
Alright, so your firebolt is 1d10 fire damage. So roll just a straight up 1d10.
1d10. Come on. Be good. So we can screw him out over in his fight. 9.
9 damage? Okay.
I'll take it for what it's worth.
Sorry, guys. If I die, I die.
Alright,
it's fine. I've got mending. I'll repair your body so that we can bury you at least.
Repair my body with mending? I'm not a robot or a piece of fucking like.
Hey, you'll be
fucking will be. You fucking will be.
I'll turn you into a robot mouse.
Robot. Oh, he's going to be pissed.
Okay, so you do manage to do 9 damage to the Rat King. He's still looking pretty good. And
Does he have burning on him now?
He should.
he does actually ignite.
Yeah, because he's got fire.
Yeah, he does actually ignite, so he is on fire. He will take he'll take 1d4 damage for flame on each of his turns unless he can figure out how to get rid of the fire.
Stop, drop, and roll, motherfucker.
Okay. Alright, so that's the Rat King's turn. Alright, so the Rat King is going to jump to the ground, and he's going to make his way over towards Gnorbit. He's going to bite him first.
Ooh, a metal
Is
rat.
Is that even gonna work?
Does a 21 hit?
Oh, fucking.
You have your shield out too, so
Yeah, I do.
but
I'm on 20.
but
So yeah,
does a 21
yeah.
hit? A 21 does hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just.
Okay.
Fucking
Alright,
just.
so on the dice for this.
Only fucking barely though. Damn.
So you take 5 damage, piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Which is? I forget my rolls. Especially after getting knocked out by a wall this morning.
Yeah, go back up to your
Yeah, is it just a 1d20 and then plus my constitution?
plus your Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, alright. 14.
14.
I'm getting such shit rolls.
You literally
Better than mine earlier.
barely just pass. You barely just pass.
My
So
Constitution's fine.
so he just bites you, and then you don't feel anything. Like nothing really happens to you. He
So no
does
damage?
try to claw you though.
How much damage have I taken?
You've taken 5 damage so far,
Alright.
and there's a 20 hit.
It's the exact same as my
Okay,
armor
then
class.
and then that's gonna hit.
Yeah, that's what I'm
is-
thinking, Mouse.
You'll take 5 damage from his claw,
Fucking hell.
but you don't have to make any rolls for that one. Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, so that was the Rat King's turn. Then Rhaegar, you're technically next.
Damn right I am. But before I do anything, question for the DM: have I recovered any hit points since we shocked my ass into oblivion?
No, you've not gotten a short rest or anything, no. So you still have that damage taken from you.
What did we learn?
Shut up, Haqsaw.
Don't stick the fork in the plug-in hole.
Okay, how far away is the Rat King from me at the moment?
From you, currently it's now 20 feet,
He's
but
on
you
the
have
floor.
to, and it's not on the pillar that he was living at. He's on what you assumed was like the glass floor.
Okay. Yeah, lightning attack.
Okay? Alright, so you just roll your damage for your lightning breath. Let me make sure I don't have to. Yeah, I have to make a dex save to see if I.
5.
5 damage? Okay, I gotta see if I take half of that or all of that. I take half of that, so I take 2 damage.
Oh, of course, round down. Why don't you?
So you
Do
still
I
have.
still have my? Do I still have my regular attack?
No, that was your attack. You still have a bonus action, and you also have movement. And
So what can
free
I do in my
action.
bonus action?
You can go into a rage with your bonus action.
Nah, I'm gonna leave it for just now.
Okay.
But I will move. How far away is Gnorbit to me?
Orbit, about 10 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go parallel with Gnorbit.
Okay. All right. So both of you are standing pretty much side by side now. So I'm going. Let me go ahead and race you. Actually, I need to race all of you. You guys see it a little bit better now?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Looks fine to me.
Okay. All right.
Oh, question.
Yeah.
Is Andoran attacking, or is he like neutral? Because he's got a lot of respect for this guy.
No, Andoran is not attacking. Andoran is actually going to hide in the.
See ass little bitch.
Alright, so that will be Andoran's turn actually, and that then leads up to the rats.
My doom!
No, the rats.
The rats.
Yeah, there are rats in this room that they did not inspect because this room is pretty much pitch black. All right.
Oh, no.
So the rats are going to all attack the Rat King.
Woo! Kill him quick.
Yeah, baby, let's go.
The first swarm misses. The second swarm misses. And the one big one does hit. The one big one does hit.
Get him, Big Daddy.
The big rat will deal
Harder,
2 damage.
Teddy, harder.
Big rat does do 2 damage on a bite. Alright, so you've got 2 swarms in here and 1 giant rat on top of the Rat King, but the swarms and the giant rat are focused in on the Rat King. They're not going to attack you right now. Okay. Alright, so now we go over to
my doom.
To your doom. Yes. And also,
dun, dun, dun.
Before I forget, because this is a freebie for the Gnorbit and Rhaegar, you guys were technically supposed to roll with disadvantage on your attacks, but I'm going to allow you to have that damage because I, as a DM, forgot that you roll with disadvantage until just now. So, you got a freebie for that one. But on your next turn, when we go back to you guys, if you attack anything again, you roll with disadvantage because of how dark it is. Unless Gnorbit has the pigeon direct all of you. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably just do that just to make it simpler.
Okay. All right, Mouse. It is your demise.
Not my turn. I know that.
It's not your turn, but it is your demise. So the water creature does go first.
Don't worry, Haqsaw. I'll say something nice at your funeral.
Okay, I doubt that, but
it's
okay.
called a water weird, and that's all I'm going to give you. If you want to,
I'm getting attacked by stranger things.
It's going to roll with disadvantage because you are high up. Actually, no. No. I'm going to move. Forgot I can do this.
Oh, is it getting out of the water?
It is getting out. It is getting out of the water. It's going to move onto that pedestal, and then it's going to attack you. Because if it's in the water, it would have been at disadvantage because it can't reach you. But now that it's on the pedestal, it can reach you. Okay. There's a 19 hit.
Yes.
Go. Okay.
This is where you get hit by a crit.
Wait, question.
Yes, sir.
If I'm in a grate, depending on its attack, would it actually hit me?
I'm using a specific attack for you. Okay.
Gotcha.
This is the only attack that it can actually hit you with. And it's depending on what happens now will determine how badly screwed up you are going to be.
Sweet.
All right, so it deals 5 damage to you. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, hold on just a moment. Got a 9.
9? Yeah, you're fucked. Okay. Alright, so you feel yourself being wrapped around by this water weird. It pulls you down out of the grate, and you splash into the water. So now you're in this room. And you're in the water, and you are also prone. So, in order for you to get out of that, you need to use your turn to try to get out of being prone in the water.
Great.
Okay. So, however, you are slightly better off in this sense because the mud people can't get in the water with you. They have to basically try to get you back on land. They can swim in the water, but they can't attack you in the water.
Wait, I'm prone in the water? How's that even possible?
Yeah, so it's like, okay, imagine
so technically I'm just laying down in the water.
Yeah, so the water itself is not deep. It's not really deep. It's shallow water. So it's like this water weird.
I'm not submerged.
You're not completely submerged, right? You're most of your body is underwater, but it's almost like you're laying on the water floor bed, and he pulled you hard enough to where it kind of puts you in like a dizzy state, like you're nauseous.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
All right. So the mud people cannot attack you. The only thing they could do is swim around you, but they're going to hold a reaction on their turn.
I thought they couldn't get in the water.
No, they can get in the water. They just can't attack in the water.
Oh.
Yeah, so they can swim around you and make their movement, but they're going to hold a reaction instead. So now it is your turn. So now you have to get up out of prone. So now I need you to make a strength check.
Am I allowed to do a free action while I'm still prone?
Technically, yeah. I mean, yeah.
If I'm staring up at the ceiling, or am I face down?
No, you're staring up at the ceiling.
Yeah, I would like to use a perception check.
Yep.
To see, I know this is meta, all right, but remember they talked about wires earlier?
Yeah.
Do I see
sir.
anything of that sort if I roll high enough?
Yep, go ahead. Make a perception
Otherwise, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
17.
Okay. There are wires all in this room. In fact, this is probably one of the only rooms in one of the few rooms. There are several in this labyrinth, but one of the few rooms that is lit up. And there is power in this room. And there is electrical wire pretty much all up on the top of the ceiling.
So is there one above the creature? The water creature?
Yes.
Okay. Fuck, I don't even know how much damage I would have to do. I might not even do enough damage. I'm going to go ahead and attempt to get up. I'll just use that for...
Okay, that's going to use your action. So you're going to roll a strength check to see if you can get out of prone.
15?
Yeah, you do manage to get up. The water is about waist deep for you. You will be moving at half speed while you're in the water. So if you walk around, you're going to move half your speed. But you did use your action up to get out of being prone. So you can't make an attack or anything.
Can I use action surge? Take another chance.
Yeah, you definitely can do that.
Sweet. We'll go ahead and do that. Expend that.
Okay. Alright, so now you can make an attack. Or do whatever other action you would like to do. I'm going to
fire my rifle. This is my rifle. This is my gun.
Okay, what are you shooting at?
I'm going to shoot the motherfucker that pulled me out of the vent. That's who I'm going to shoot.
So you're going to shoot the water weird.
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Go ahead and make your shot then.
16.
16? Yeah, you managed to hit it.
Sweet. Come on, be good to me. Come 20 damage.
Okay. Alright. So, it's going to take half of that.
Damn it. Because it's water, right?
Because it's water. Okay. You did do quite a bit of damage to it, but the bullets kind of like it does that thing where like you ever watch those YouTube videos of like people doing like science experiments with guns where they stick it in the water and you can see like the bullet go in slow motion and stuff like that. It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Where your bullets go through the water and they kind of just stop and nothing really happens. Like just water splashes all over the place. Bullets get like stuck in this water weird. All right.
Right.
So that was your action. You still technically have a bonus action.
Yeah, no, I don't want to use.
I will say that if you want to do another check, I will allow you to use your bonus action to do another check to see if you can figure out your situation better and what you can do about what's in
let me do. I guess an insight would be what I would do, right?
That would be your best bet, yes. Yeah, I would say.
Instead of, I mean, I could do either one, perception or insight.
Yeah, you can do perception, but just think about it this way, that insight and perception give you two different answers.
Okay.
So depending on what question.
Okay, yeah, I feel insight would be more towards the creature, so it would depend.
Right.
I feel like that's what it was. Perception would be my surrounding areas, like what I see, like as far as like the battlefield.
Exactly.
So I think I want to do insight to figure out my enemy more.
Right. There you go.
21.
Okay. So
that was insight, by the way. Yes.
That was your insight. So you, after seeing this water weird, you do remember that at your village that you remember stories about these creatures, about the water weird, and the creatures behind you. The creatures behind you are called mud mephits. So the water weird is one of those creatures that it can only survive if it's in its surrounding area. For example, right now it's on a pillar that has water on it. However, if you can manage to get it out of the water somehow or damage the water, it will basically disintegrate. The mud mephits
the water.
Damage
what does that even mean?
Damage the water.
Like the surrounding water. If I like break a hole in the floor, is that what you mean?
No. Think about where you're currently at right now. You already know that there's electric wires above you.
Oh, I don't know electric. Electric doesn't exist in Fantasyland.
Well, in this situation, it does. So you do know that the electric wire is above you. That there's plenty of it, right? That the water around you, is its home, and it can't leave its home at all. Like, the most it can do is it can stand on these pillars, and that's pretty much it. The mud mephits, on the other hand, are the ones that are going out and doing its dirty work. It's what the trail you were following that's inside of the grate. The mud mephits are bound to the water weird. So if you manage to get rid of the water weird, then the mud mephits basically become extremely weak and easier to deal with.
Yeah, I figured it was like kind of like a puppet situation. They were stronger because of that motherfucker.
Yeah.
All right. How far am I from from let's say the platform? How far am I from that?
Okay, so there are 2 ladders inside of the water. There's one that is going to be about 45 feet away from you. That is up towards the north end of the where you're standing at. The other one is to what would be your left-hand side, and it's currently 30 feet. But you move at half speed while you're in the water.
Right, so I would only move... What's half of 25? That was 22. Was it 12?
It would be rounded down, so you would probably run
rounded down to 12.
You would run about 12 feet.
12?
Yeah.
12 feet. That's roughly just technically I'd be in the fifth. I can go 3 squares pretty much.
You would go probably 2.
2?
Yeah, 2 squares.
Okay, so it would round down by 5, and I would just go 2 squares instead.
Yeah.
Okay. So the 10. So we'll just say 10.
Yeah.
Is my speed. That sucks. I guess I don't want to lose sight of the water weird. I want to pretty much could you zoom out a little bit? I can't see my situation.
Okay, yeah.
Perfect. All right, so the water weird is the 1 dot.
Yeah, the water weird's the 1 dot, and the mud mephits.
So those ladders are exact on where those are at.
Yes.
Those are the ladders.
Yeah, those are exact.
Okay. All right. So what I want to do is I want to go. Let's see. That'll be 1 square, 2 square. So I'll be on the left, like on its right side, since it's facing me right now, and I'm facing it. That's my left. So I'm going to head towards those left ladders, but I'm not going to get out of... I can't reach those ladders, but I'm going to go the 2 squares, go over 1 and down 1, so I'm like right there next to it. So my position pretty much doesn't actually change on how far I am to it, so I don't really put myself in a disadvantage than where I was currently at.
So I'll show you where you'll be at whenever I move you. All right, so you move to the closer ladder, correct? Ted?
Yeah, the one down, go down, go over
so
1, then
you'll
down
be
1.
roughly about right.
No, that's 1 square over, dude.
Well, in the water, the squares again, they're less than that. So you see the squares that's on the pillars there. Okay, that would be your equivalent of 5 feet. But when you're in the water here, think of it like the squares are smaller.
What?
Yeah, it's like because you're abstracted.
That seems really strange. But okay, so 10 feet is technically 1 square equivalent to top.
In this situation, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I did not realize that. Hold on, before I finalize that, because I did not know that. That was not, yeah. I mean, that's fine right there. I just want to make sure of something first. Is that pillar right there in the way of my shot of seeing the enemy? Is that a pillar right there, like diagonally?
You can see.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is perfectly fine right there. I am perfectly fine right there.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go and swap back over to the other group. Okay. So Gnorbit, it is your turn currently.
Yes.
Okay.
First of all, I want to say I'm surprised Mouse didn't die straight away though.
Well, I mean, I did 20 damage, and I wasn't expecting him to half that shit because that was a lot.
Yeah,
but still, like, if I had gotten less, I would have probably been in a much worse situation. I'm glad I did do a lot.
The water weird is basically like it's resistant to everything you can do, but you rolled high enough to know that there is a way out if you're smart about it.
Yeah.
I just don't want to electrocute myself while I'm in the water.
Yeah. So first of all, I'm going to tell my pigeon to to update us every time something happens.
Okay.
So
I'm going to say that if that's what you're going to do, you're going to
I can't use my bird to attack,
You can't use your bird to attack. You're going to use your bird for your bonus action to communicate what you need to do.
Yeah, basically.
Can I add something to that, Tony? Am I allowed to add something to that? Okay, does his bird does your bird make a noise?
No,
it can speak.
It can actually speak any language. Any language that Gnorbit knows, the bird can speak it.
So you can have him technically hover over the enemy and give away the location.
Yeah, okay. That's exactly what I was going to do, because he's already in the air.
Yeah.
So he's already in the
air. It'll be like a beacon for y'all. That would be fucking amazing.
Yeah, basically.
Sweet.
So, for reference, so people at home know, Norbert can speak Common and Silver. Am I saying that right?
Sylvan.
Yeah, Sylvan. So, technically, therefore, my pigeon, Steel Defender, can also speak Common and Sylvan. I'm going to get my bird to do that, so we don't have to roll with disadvantage.
I'm going to have it to where your pigeon moves into the location of where the Rat King is at, to where it can communicate its location better.
Yeah, so he's still in
the air. I'll allow you to keep the movement speed, but everything else you can't do.
Yeah, obviously. I'm just going to basically keep him hovering above whatever so that we can not have disadvantage, essentially, and so he's out of the way of harm.
Right.
So,
okay.
That's him sorted. Am I close enough to attack? Yeah.
So, the pigeon tells you that you're within 5 feet away from him.
Yeah. So I'm going to attack with my humongous sword.
Okay.
My long sword.
Because of pigeon, you do lose the disadvantage, so you just roll your regular attack roll.
Yeah. 1d20 plus 3. 9.
Okay. You do miss. Yep. And he basically kind of just does that thing where he sidesteps you, and then you swing your sword to the ground. Yeah. All right, so that is your turn, unless you want to move somewhere.
So which is the Rat King?
The Rat King is the one for you seeing it now. It's next to the pink dot. The pink dot is the pigeon.
And I'm guessing I'm either the blue or yellow dot.
Yeah, you're the yellow dot, and Rhaegar is the blue dot.
No, I'll stick where I am because I've still got my shield out and everything, so I'm just going to tank. Fuck it.
Okay. Alright. So the Rat King is next. It's going to attack Rhaegar.
Of course.
You got this, man. You got this. You're
it misses on the first. It misses on the claw attack, but it is going to try to bite you. And it misses on the bite.
Don't worry, you can unshrivel your balls now out of your fucking throat.
But he misses on the scratch attack and he misses on the bite attack. So he kind of just like tries to swipe at you and then he tries to lunge at you and he completely misses you. You sidestep him. So Rhaegar, you are technically next.
Damn, dude, you like sidestep the motherfucker out of him.
I need to see about your breath weapon because I think you can only use a certain amount.
Straight up dodge the wear out like a fucking.
I know.
No,
it's like social distancing,
you can
motherfucker.
You can use it as many times as you want. Okay,
6 feet, asshole. 6 feet.
All right, so you can use your breath. You can use your breath weapon as many times as you want.
And you about to sneeze on the bitch now.
All right, so what do you want to do? Do you want to do your breath attack again, or do you want to do a swing?
I'm going to do a normal attack.
Okay, normal attack. Okay, gotcha.
Why don't you go 24?
That is definitely a hit.
Damn! Look at Rhaegar go.
Okay,
show him who's
right,
pop.
So roll for your damage for your great axe.
9.
9. Okay.
Well, that was lackluster.
Yeah.
For a 25, I was expecting like much higher.
Okay.
How do you think I feel?
I know, right? It's like, yeah! And then you're like, oh.
To be fair, if he was in a rage, he'd be doing a lot more.
I was
you forgot to go in rage, man!
That's what barbarians do. You go into a rage and you do a lot more in a rage.
Oh, damn.
I was gonna say, but you'd already done the roll, and I was like, well, there's no going back.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Wait, is a rage an action or a bonus action?
No, it's a bonus action. It's a bonus action.
Dude, you still got your bonus action. Go into rage.
You can go into a rage if you want.
I'll do it to start the next turn.
Okay, alright. So, do you want to move anywhere?
Nah.
Okay.
I was gonna say, if you say behind Gnorbit, you're gonna get a bitch slap.
Social distancing, motherfucker.
Alright, so it is the rat's turn. They're going to bite at the Rat King. The swarm crits. The second swarm misses, and the big rat crits. So 2 crits.
That big rat, man, like holy shit, man.
That big rat is that's the paw.
I said we keep it as a pet.
Okay, so the swarm is going to do. I rolled double 6s, so they deals 12 damage.
Yeah.
Dude, Rhaegar, that rat's showing you up, bro.
And he has to roll a con saving throw.
Damn, that's...
And he fails. He fails, so the Rat King is poisoned.
Wait, a were person can get poisoned? I thought they were resistant to... Or is that diseases?
No, that's diseases.
Oh.
I have a question for the DM.
Too.
Yeah, so he can get... He can get poisoned, but the poison, he is resistant to the poison damage. So instead of taking 1d6 damage on each of his turns, he'll take 1d4. Which, speaking of that, I do need to roll for the fire damage. He is on fire, so I'm going to roll that now. He takes 2 fire damage. Okay.
Wait, if the dice roll would go lower, he wouldn't just take half of the 1d6?
Actually, yeah, that's true. He would take half of the 1d6.
Yeah, that's what I was confused about.
Yeah, you're right. He takes the 1d6 and then it's half that. So he is poisoned, but he is resistant to it. Then the giant rat also gets to do an attack.
Yeah, because that was really confusing. I was like, what the fuck?
So he crits. So that's 2d8.
Hey, that's not bad.
That is not bad at all.
7.
Was that piercing? Or
it is piercing. He takes 10 damage.
Damn it, dude. It's like, what, +3 piercing?
Yeah.
And he also has to roll another con save.
Fuck.
He failed that. He critically failed that one, so he's getting an additional poison dice on top of that. So he's going to be taking 2d6 poison damage each turn on top of the fire damage, and the poison is halved. So,
I have a question for the DM.
Yes, sir.
Is there any possibility of us keeping that big rat as a pet? Like, any at all?
You can try, but I will tell you that...
My question...
I will tell you that once the Rat
that.
King dies, these rats are going to go after you guys next.
Yeah, but like...
Wait, okay, so what makes a rat feral? Is it just hunger, or is it...
No, think of them like having rabies. They're like...
So...
Oh, lovely.
Would Cure Wounds fix rabies?
Not in this case, no.
You have like a calming spell.
If you have... actually...
I have
Rhaegar, I believe. Let me see. Let me make sure.
Big scaly dude's about to come in clutch.
Actually, yes. Rhaegar does have spell slots now. He has 2 spells, and one of them is Speak with Animals, and the other one is Beast Sense. So technically speaking,
dude,
Rhaegar, you gotta get the pet rat.
You could get a pack right here, bro.
You could get a pack rat.
And then, get the big rat and then just like name it something like.
And then all the little rats might follow. Like, hey, beat up that motherfucker, you know?
Yeah. So with Rhaegar's new abilities, which that he took at level 3, he got what's called the Path of the Totem Warrior, and it basically it allows him to get he chooses an animal. And that animal protects him for the duration of the remainder of his life, basically. And he gets abilities based on the animal that he chooses. But as a secondary thing that he also gets spell slots now that have to do with animal stuff. So his first 2 spells are Speak with Animals and Beast Sense.
Well, dude, I have a whole new respect for Rhaegar
real.
now as
like,
a
right
mouse,
now,
like no joke.
I'm looking at this right now, like Rhaegar is going to be able to get, like you said, that pet that basically protects him forever. And then he can also potentially get a pet rat as well.
If you guys remember, so for those listening in right now and for my players here, if you remember, Rhaegar did find a necklace that was in the shape of a bear palm.
Yeah.
So that kind of tells you a little bit about what's going on.
So so that means he's got like that, as well as if he uses his spells, he might be able to get a pet rat, which might also bring the pack of them with him. So he might have a full army at this point.
I mean, you just have to see. All right, so that's their turn. So the rats are done. We now go back over to the other individual who is in deep trouble. I will say, and I will.
Well, not deep trouble. I mean, I did pretty well last turn.
You did pretty well. You did pretty well.
I think we're all right. I mean, not to mention, I have what 3 potions with me. Plus, I have a bonus action healing spell for 10, like a max of 11 hit points.
Yeah,
and I've only taken 5.
True.
So I'm kind of holding that clutch for a clutch moment.
So I am going. This part's going.
Oh no, it's not. It's gone up to +3.
Yeah. So
so total of 13. My levels.
It's +3, so you get a boost to that. All right.
Cool.
I kind of went to grab snacks to listen to Mouse's die.
All right.
Don't say die. What the fuck?
All right. So
I legit went and got snacks so I could hear you.
So the water weird is going to jump back into the water. And it's going to attack you, and because it's in the water, it has advantage now.
Oh, yay.
So I'm going to...
Please be both low. Please be both low.
I'm going to roll to see if I hit you with advantage.
I've got my popcorn.
No joke, I rolled the same roll twice, and both miss.
Woo! You ain't fast enough. I'm a little I could swim. I dodge and weave like motherfucker.
Dodge.
Okay, so
I flow like water, bitch.
So yeah, it missed both of its attacks against you.
Question: can I actually see it right there in the water though?
Roll me an insight check on that.
What?
Roll me an insight check.
Oh, son of a. No, would that be perception or insight?
You can do either or. I will allow that.
Are you okay? I got a natural 20. Give me something good, because that's a it's a dirty, not a natural 20, a dirty 20.
That's a dirty
Give
20?
me something good.
Okay,
the dirty 20. It's nasty. It's stanky.
Well, this is about to be even more stanky, because the moment it hit the water, it completely disappeared.
Well, fuck you.
Can we make a vote, like, if my pigeon dies?
I will say with a 20,
it
you do remember that a water weird, if it goes back into the water, it basically gets, like, an invisibility spell. So, like, no matter how hard you look, no matter how high your perception is, you're not going to be able to find it.
Okay, so there's no point in attacking it. I need to go strategic with this bitch. Tony, is the only way out through is the ladders, right?
The ladders, yes.
Am I able to reach the ladders in one movement?
If you use a dash action, yes.
Sweet.
Okay. But the mud methods are first before you, and they are going to hold their reaction again.
But they're nowhere near me unless they can sling.
No, they can jump in the water, but they can't do anything. So.
Right, they can't do anything while they're in the water. So even if I get out, they have to get out and be near me, right?
Pretty much,
unless
yeah.
They've got a range. I don't know. They might have range attack.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know.
Right. So, I mean, I'm going to take my chances, and I'm going to try to.
So you're going to use a full dash to get to the ladder?
Full dash.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say with the full dash, you'll get to the ladder, and you'll be able to climb up. So you're at the top of this ladder now. And the mud methods are going to use their reaction now.
Are they close enough for that?
They're not going to be able to hit you, but they are going to use their movement to go to top side.
Oh, okay, I gotcha, okay.
So they're basically going to swim to the ladder and then get up to the top and get...
Wait, which ladder? The one up top or the one where I'm at?
The one up top. They can't swim far enough to get to you right now. So
I wasn't sure exactly. Okay, so if they go there, because I was about to say, like, if they go to that one, I'm going to fucking, like, get attack of opportunity.
No, they can't swim that far. Yeah,
right.
They would be able to get, like, within 5 feet of the ladder, but they wouldn't be able to do anything. So they would just be better off just going up to the north ladder and then getting on dry land from there.
All right.
So that was their reaction, but
their reaction, yeah.
Yeah. So your turn is basically done though, as you had to use.
Well, I still have my bonus, and I was going to see, or free action as well. So I was actually going to do something.
You can roll checks if you like, but yeah.
Yeah. I would like to do, I guess, a nature check to see if I could see any small creatures in the area. There's a reason for it.
Okay.
4.
Okay. I will say with the 4 that you are 5 feet away from that human body that you saw earlier. But you still don't know who it is.
Right. Is there any way I could do an insight or a perception check on my bonus action?
I will allow you to do that, yeah.
A 9 for... Hold on. I'll say perception.
On perception? This guy looks familiar.
Oh, great. Okay. That's all I get. Oh, sweet, on the 9. Okay. Well, yeah, that's the end of my turn, because nothing else I can do. I've only taken 5 damage... Yeah, only 5 damage.
All right, so we're going to quickly go back to the other guys. All right, so Gnorbit, it's your turn. So what do? Your pigeon is above the Rat King. All of you are surrounding him on all sides, so he can't really move anywhere. But the pigeon is telling you that he's still in the same spot.
I'm going to swing my sword at it.
Sure, go for it.
Come on, 20.
20.
Ooh,
20 does hit. Dirty 20 does hit.
Alright, buzzing. Now let me do my attack. Been a while. Apparently I can't hit for shit though. And I got a 6.
6?
Ooh.
Wait, did I do that right? I did, no.
Oh,
yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did it right. Alright, so he's looking pretty hurt. But But he's got a bunch of scratches on him now, a bunch of cuts.
Can the pigeon poop on him?
The pigeon can poop on him as a bonus action.
Yep.
So he does get some poop on him. All right, so the Rat King is next.
Get him in the eyes.
The Rat King is
of
next.
Nuts and bolts.
No, not that extravagant. He can poop on him, but that's about it. All right, so the Rat King is next. So we're going to start with the fire damage. Takes 3 fire damage.
And he's dead.
Takes 2d6 poison damage halved. So it takes 4 damage poison.
And he keels over and dies.
He is looking pretty bad. He's looking worse for wear. But he's not dead yet. He is.
You know what I've noticed? You know what I've noticed? He hasn't really stood talking. You know that thing that he always does because of Mayhem, where he's on death's door. He's almost at death's door. He's at the mill, but he hasn't been doing that.
Can I just remind everybody we don't want to kill him. We want to knock him out.
That's pretty much.
I say fucking kill him.
All right, so the Rat King is going to try to attack Rhaegar again.
Fuck off! He attacked me last time.
Wait, does anybody have what's that spell called, Tony? Stabilize or that stabilizes them? What's that called?
Oh, Gnorbit has healing spells, so yeah, he could heal if
you could stabilize him and then just knock his ass out if he wakes up. You know.
Okay, so I crit on the bite, so I'm going to roll 2d8. Take 13 damage from the bite.
You motherfucker.
And you need to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Shit.
You need to roll a Constitution saving throw.
I swear to God, Tony, I'm going to kill you.
Not if you die first.
Shut up, Haqsaw.
Oh, roll me a con save.
Golly.
So you fail. You fail. So you suddenly feel like that this Rat King is now your master.
Oh, yes, Daddy.
Fuck off.
Oh, shit.
You feel like the Rat King is now your daddy. He is your boss.
He made you his bitch.
I'm going to bend you over and make you my bitch.
No.
Can we have a vote?
So
can we have a vote real quick? Can we have a vote real quick? If somehow one of us dies, we rename the pigeon to Tony and we just bully the pigeon.
Yeah. I'm in favor of that. I'm in total favor of that.
So Rhaegar, the Rat King looks at you and tells you that he doesn't like the robot. He wants you to get angry and hit the robot.
Oh, you wait? Does this all class still like Rhaegar's action? Oh, the Rat King.
No, I basically control Rhaegar now until he on his turn. Which actually, before I do that,
so
Rhaegar, you do get to make a saving throw again. So make another Constitution saving throw to see if you can get out of it.
Come on, Rhaegar. Come on, man.
So,
I'm sending my love to you, bro.
Okay,
16!
You do pass. Oh, you do pass. So you do get out of it. So for a brief moment, you felt like that the Rat King was like your daddy, like he was your boss. And then you kind of just snap out of it. You're just like, what the fuck? This is not good.
While you were already stroking him.
All right. Fuck this. I'm going inside rage.
Okay. All right. So
what happened to knocking him out?
All right. So you are now into a rage. All right. So what do?
I'm going to fuck him up.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
First I was afraid. Then
26.
Okay.
Damn!
He uses a reaction to call. He call on his brethren. You take your swing, and instead of hitting the Rat King, you hit the swarm of rats, and you insta-kill them.
But just one of the swarms?
It's one of the swarms is gone. So there were 2 swarms and the giant rat. So he uses a reaction. He can only use it once per day. So that's the good news. But but one of the swarms basically was mind controlled and took his place on being hit, and basically Rhaegar just crit on the swarm.
That's one less swarm for the army.
So now
you don't have anything that can deal with that. Like, I know you can only use it once, but like for that one attack, there's like no way you like just cut through them like with ease, like and still get.
Have I got any potions I can take to fucking get my hit points back up?
You should have 3, but that's like an action, isn't it?
It is an action, so you would have to wait till your next turn.
I could heal you up on the next turn because I go before you.
Yeah. So
I'll use my
check
your
bonus actions because I actually have a bonus action.
However, you guys still forget it is the swarm and the other rat's turn, so you might get lucky. The swarm does miss, and the big rat does crit again. This might kill him, depending on how I roll. It almost kills him. He is on death's door.
Knocking on death's door. And this episode just got demonetized.
Alright, so he is on death's door, and he is looking really bad hurt.
Good.
But
I think Rhaegar likes the sound of that. Like, that's his favorite sentence in all of D&D. It's he's on death's door.
Now we go back to the
your little adventure.
Your little adventure. So the water weird is going to hold a reaction because it can't do anything. The mud mephits are going to move towards you with a dash action, but they can't.
Now, that's 3 enemies.
They're all on the same spot. So
what movement?
Huh?
Are they all like separate like movements, or is it?
Yeah, they're all. They're
attack and move.
It's more like they're. It's kind of like the swarm of rats.
Like the swarm, right?
That's it's like the swarm. So that their HP by themselves is low, but as a group, it's worse. So the more they are, the worse it is. So
there's only 3. I saw 3.
But there is only 3. There is only 3.
Okay,
so
it can't be that bad.
No, they do use a full dash action though to get to you.
Like, are they right there at me?
No. Their speed is really bad.
Oh my god, we can move 5 feet with a dash action.
They can actually move about like 10 feet with a regular movement. They move 10 feet normally, and then they use the dash action to
move. Water, I guess they move further.
In water, they move a lot further. Yeah, it's like when they're in water, they can move faster,
but they can't attack.
But they can't attack, so it's kind of like a two-way standard kind of thing. Like,
damn, I really don't want to get attacked by these things. I don't know what to expect.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. No, like I know this is the last turn, but with that, would I have already known like how deadly they are if they do attack me?
They are. I will say that with the rolls you've been getting on knowing the knowledge of your enemies, if they attack you, you are probably not going to survive. Like okay, so the mud mephits do more damage than the water weird, but they only do more damage when they're on land.
Oh shit! How far are they from me right now?
Water weird, if you had stayed in the water, you would have died in the water because of the water weird. So you've got 2 different scenarios where if you're on land and the mud mephits get to you, they will probably kill you. If you stayed in the water, then the water weird would kill you.
All right. How far are they from me?
15 feet.
Okay. Let me know.
But remember what you've already learned. So you do know that in order to kill the water weird, you have to, or like insta-kill, you basically have to disrupt the water somehow, okay? But the mud mephits are connected to the water weird. So take that how you will.
Right. I can only move 10 feet, so if I can move 25 on land, I should be fine to stay away from them. Yeah, actually, as long as I keep moving, they can never get to me. That right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Pretty much. So I'm fine. I shouldn't freak out. I'm good. Is it my turn? Is it my turn?
It is your turn. So you have your movement, your action, your bonus action. You've got all that.
I'm actually going to wait to move. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attack the wire up above to try to make it land in the water.
Okay. So
wait, can I get no better position to shoot it? In like the one, like to a point where I know I'm going to hit it, and then it just falls.
If you want a guaranteed hit, then you would need to move at least 10 feet down.
down like south is what you mean.
South,
not like down in
away
the water.
from the mud methods.
Gotcha. Yeah. I will go ahead and use up 10 feet of my movement. And I will get lined up with it to try to shoot it and have it land in the water.
Okay. With you being in that spot in the corner, roll your attack roll with advantage.
Sweet. Also, before I roll... Oh, I get advantage already. Sweet!
Yeah.
I don't even have
to
use that one. I want to expend a grit point.
Okay.
So if I succeed with my attack with advantage, I will have to do a grito, which will be the first of the session of this campaign for my character to use his. We changed it to grito points, and it's going to be a yell. So y'all, hopefully, if it's too loud, let me know. But if I do this grito, Tony, will it echo through the vents or the halls, and will they be able to hear me over there?
If you roll a crit, then I will allow that.
Shit.
I will allow that bullshit.
All right. Well, I'm going to do a violent shot. I want to expend 1 to do that. So let me roll with advantage first, and then I will do my grito if it succeeds.
Okay.
23, Tony.
Yeah. You can still do the grit point or grito point if you would want, but they won't be able to hear you. That's up to you. But you do hit. You do hit, but they won't be able to hear you if you do your yell.
Actually, I will actually not going to do the grit point because apparently it only works against a creature, and I'm shooting a wire, so I'm actually going to have to pull that back. I'll still do the attack, but as far as the grit point goes, because it says against the creature.
Sure.
My other one was giving me advantage, so I can't really use that one. So, and it's against a creature too. So yeah, I can't use a grit, which is very strange. I feel like that would be used on anything. But
you have certain shots that do work for anything, but in this case, you don't.
Yeah, it does say against a creature. I didn't see that part. I was yeah. So, oh man, this will not be the first grito of this campaign. You guys will have to just hold your horses on all of that. For my embarrassment, because this is embarrassing.
Alright, so make your damage.
When do we get to Barry Mouse?
Never. I'm never dying. I have gods that won't allow it. Not really.
You have a Gnorbit that will turn you into a robot the moment you die.
Oh, dude, you will piss off so many people if you do that. I'm just saying, backstory-wise, like, oh, man. Just so you know, that Mouse does not believe in necromancy. He's against it, and any forms that are associated
it would have been necromancy.
In likeness.
I'm just
I know, in likeness.
In likeness. Skeleton in there.
Alright, so
no. I'm gonna make you my steel defender.
Roll your damage and see. Let's see if you manage to.
17.
Okay. No joke. That was the exact number you need.
Oh, the luck, brother!
So,
the luck!
So you shoot your gun. The bullet flies true.
Now, don't. Hold on. Before we get any further, you said shoot my gun. No, the name of my gun is called Machuter. All right,
Machuter.
Like, Machuter, man. This
so
is Machuter.
You shoot Machuter. Your bullet flies true.
So white.
Your bullet flies true, lands on a nearby strip of wire, and it explodes the moment it hits. A piece of that wire falls down and gradually hits inside of the water and causes a chain reaction to allow electricity to flow inside of the water. The water weird is instantly dead. Completely dead.
Oh, shit.
The water weird is gone. Completely gone. The mud methods, you can tell that from where you're currently sitting at, that they shrunk a lot, and instead of being like dwarf size, they're half your size now.
Oh, they're like they're a foot tall now.
Yeah, they're like a foot tall.
All right, for this occasion, because that succeeded, and that to me, it was an epic moment. I'm going to do a grito, just because. I'm going to do it.
That
sorry.
was
fucking amazing.
What in the fucking blue hell was that?
That is called a grito.
That is a grito. All right, it is a yell for excitement and just a lot of energy. It's just pure excitement.
It's a legit thing.
It's a legit thing.
It's a legit Mexican thing.
In Spanish culture, especially like for mariachis and everything.
So my cats have all just pushed up for no reason. They're now running everywhere. I wonder if that has something to do with the...
It does. It does.
Grito.
No, if you listen closely, I'm actually the grito. The reason I do it like that is because it sounds like I'm saying sucker.
All right, so that is Mouse's turn.
That actually felt good to do. Like, no joke. That felt... Oh, actually, I'm going to move further away. I'm not going to just move the 10. I'm going to move my full rest of the way towards the... Are you
going to move towards them or away from them?
No, away from them. I was thinking about towards the body, but I wasn't even that
what
far
is
from
your
the body
full
anyway.
speed? It's 25, right?
25, so I have another 15, so I'm going to keep going another 15. I'm
5,
guessing
10,
they can't move as fast now. They probably move like 5 now, right?
They won't be able to catch up to you.
Yeah, they're at range disadvantage. I'm at these motherfuckers in my pocket.
All right, so we come back over to Gnorbit and Rhaegar. So Gnorbit, it is your turn. The pigeon tells you that the Rat King is literally almost dead.
Right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bash it in the mouth with my shield. Will it actually do damage if I do that?
Are you going to do non-lethal damage?
No.
We're trying to fucking knock him out.
Are you trying to kill him or not kill him?
I thought you said fuck it, Rhaegar. I thought you were like, fuck it.
You're in rage, don't forget.
You need to tell me exactly what you do, because...
Alright, fuck it. I'm just going to swing my sword at the bitch.
Okay, so you're going to try to kill him. Okay. Alright, you're going to try to kill him.
The whole
Make an attack roll.
Fuck it.
Make an attack roll.
Yep.
We're still taking his body.
Yeah, we can. We'll take it to the Dragon Queen or whatever she is.
Grandmother?
21.
That hits.
Son of a bitch.
That does hit, so roll your damage.
Yep.
Go, dude. Go, my little tin can man.
We're off to see the Wizard.
Tin Can Man? What is this, the Wizard of Oz?
I'm just coming up with stuff as I go, because I'm not even there.
Alright, so the Rat King is dead.
That was
you take your sword and you slash through his neck, and his head falls down to the ground and rolls in your direction.
Norbert, I want you to sew. I want you to sew his fucking head back on.
All right, so for my bonus action,
he's gonna. It's like we ain't done. We're gonna keep doing this. Heal him. Heal him now.
So for my bonus action, actually, I don't know if this is possible, but can I mend his head back to his body?
No, because mending has to do with, like, items, not, like, actual...
Can I stick... Fuck, no, I was gonna say, can I stick, like, a shit ton of crossbow bolts between it and mend them all together, but...
I mean, you could do, like...
This shit.
I would let you do, like, a nature or survival check to see if you can, like, manage to put his head back on, but this guy is dead. Like, he's just full-on dead.
Alright, fuck it, I'm taking his head then, fuck it, I'll just keep his head.
Sure. Okay. Alright, so, don't
forget about the rats, guys.
Rhaegar, it's technically your turn now, because the rats go after you, so you have 2 rats. A swarm of rats and a big rat.
Try and keep the big rat, remember. The one is
just like, by the way, the bigger one is cooler.
Yeah.
Can I use, what's my spells?
You got Speak with Animals and
you might want to use
Beast
a potion
Sense.
first.
Beast sense.
You might want to use a
Beast
potion
sense basically allows you to look
You
through
touch,
their
you touch a
eyes.
willing beast for the duration of the
Well,
spell. You can
be
use your
careful
action to see through the
because
beast's eyes.
some spells can be actions, not bonus actions. So the potion is an action. So
Alright,
if the spell's a bonus action, he can do that. But
You gain the
otherwise, he has
ability to
use
comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at a minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters, including whatever they can perceive or have perceived within the past day. You might be able to persuade a beast to perform a small favor for you at the GM's discretion. Okay.
So, I mean,
y'all did. I feel like it would be advantage since they did kill the thing that they hated the most.
Okay,
is that a possibility? Will you allow
it's
that?
not advantage. It's not advantage because of the fact that these rats, they did hate the Rat King, sure, but they're super feral. So like their intelligence is almost like in the negatives.
is there any way to make them unferal?
Oh shit!
Well,
So
to train them?
you can essentially get them to help you out, but you won't be able to like control them in the aspect of what you're wanting to do. So like for example, if you wanted to ask them where you can find Mouse at, then you can do that.
I got a question, Tony.
Do we want to find
where
Mouse
was Andrew during this fight?
Inside of the tent, he was hiding.
He fucked off. He ran like a little bitch.
He's a coward.
He really did? I don't even remember that. I didn't know what happened.
Yeah, he ran into the tent because he's a coward.
Oh, shit. I was wondering.
Yeah. I'm going to use Speak with Animals, and I'm going to use that to learn Mouse's location.
Okay.
Is that a bonus or action spell?
It would be. It's an action. It's an action.
It's an
action spell. Okay.
Yeah, it's an action spell. Okay, so you're going to do Speak with Animals, and you're going to try to get the rat to tell you the location of where Mouse is at.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay. So I need to...
You could have used it to find out where the creature was.
I don't even get to make a roll.
I think I killed the creature y'all were looking for.
So what I need you to do is... Okay, so because of it being feral, I need you to roll me a persuasion check with advantage because of the fact that it is feral and it's not very intelligent, but it is intelligent enough to where that if you do convince it well enough, it will tell you straight up where you can find.
Ooh, if you roll high enough, maybe you can, even if we can't get it as a pet, maybe you can.
I got a 17 for the first one.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and roll it.
And a 20 for the second.
Okay, with the 20. Okay, the 20. All right, so the rat, the large rat calms down. Like, it literally just calms down. It sits on its hind end, looks at you, and telepathically, it's communicating to you through that means. So it basically tells you that he can lead you to where the water demon is what they call it is at, because that's where he's picking up Mouse's scent.
Okay, is there any possibility that I can convince or get this rat to like become my little sidekick?
I feel like a dirty 20. Yes, come on, Tony, a dirty 20.
Come on.
I'm going to say that
he's gonna say no.
I'm going to say no.
Pigeon's your name, Tony.
I'm going to say no.
I'm naming the pigeon Tony, just saying. Because
of him being feral. However...
Can I train the fucking rat?
I was fixing to get to that. Ooh. So, we reread Beast Sense.
Wait a fucking minute. Wait a fucking minute.
We're gonna have to change your name to Beastmaster Rhaegar.
Ooh, I love that show. It's a classic.
Tony, did I take any damage whilst I was in my rage?
No.
I didn't?
No.
You raged after you took damage.
Okay.
That's true, you did. And he kept missing too.
Just
even at the last attacks before you went into rage, remember he missed.
Just checking.
Okay. Yeah, so I was rereading Beast Sense to see if you could do what I was thinking you could do, but you can't. But speak with animals is the reason why that I can't allow you to have it as a pet per se, because of the wording of where it says you might be able to have the beast perform a small favor for you. So because of the way that's worded, it's more of like it will do one thing you ask it to do if you roll high enough, but after it does that thing, it's going to go and do its own thing.
So with a dirty 20, they won't get their heads bit off by it. They just leave them.
Yeah, it's going to show us where you are.
It'll show you the one favor you ask of it, and then once it completes its task, then it will kind of go off on its own.
Oh, okay. In that case, the task I wanted to do is to take us to Mouse.
Yeah. It was going to do it presumed that anyway. So it's going to take you straight to Mouse.
Aggressive. Take us to Mouse.
All right, but there is this swarm of rats you forgot about though, and they will attack Gnorbit. They will attack Gnorbit because he's closer.
Oh, thank God.
Norbit's closer.
Thank God. It's not me, so it's all cool. You Gnorbit, fuck you.
They critically fail, and Gnorbit, because of them technically going into the area of your pigeon, I'm going to allow pigeon to make an opportunity attack.
Yes. All right. What do I do for that?
Just roll an attack roll as if you were rolling for pigeon.
All right. Pigeon's attack is fucking hell. What is that? 1d8 plus 2.
No, that's damage.
Oh,
you have to
shit.
roll see if he
Right,
hits.
so
you have to
plus-
see if he hits.
Yeah. 1d. All right. 20.
Another dirty 20.
Because it's
20 hits.
Its
Yeah, 20
attack
hits.
is a 1d. Yeah. Plus him. All right. Now it's a 1d8 plus 2, correct?
Should be, yeah.
Come on, pigeon. Hey.
Okay. Alright, they're still... You kill a few of them in the swarm, but they're still looking pretty good. That goes back up to Mouse's turn. Alright, so... The mud methods are first, then Mouse. And I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible. But the mud methods are going to move 10 feet, and then end their turn. Alright, so now,
I'm going
Mouse, what do you do?
With attack so good, you're gonna wet your pants.
So treat this enemy like a swarm. So their HP is all going to be one coherent HP.
Right, I got to do a lot of damage so that they burst with excitement.
You technically, within one shot, have the potential to just outright kill them. I'll give you that much. Because you have been rolling high enough to
Does
know.
a 15 hit, my little fuck?
It does. It does hit them, in fact.
You're about to hear the sweet music of my tutor.
How much damage did you do? How much damage did you do?
You had one job.
How much did you do?
6 damage.
Okay. What did we learn?
That sometimes the bullet flies slower than expected.
That Mouse isn't as OP as he thought he was.
They are slightly offended, but they're okay.
I just want to point out, honestly, this never happens before. Like, I swear, this is the first time. It's never happened before. I swear, it's good. My package is good. My gun is good.
All right,
I'm sure we
so
can get you pills for it.
A little bit too much
okay,
of that Troma weed there, boy.
now we swap back over to Rhaegar and Gnorbit. So you have this
Wait, I want to move toward. Okay, where's the body from me? Is it towards them or away from them?
They are within 10 feet of the body.
Can I get to the body, check it out, and then walk away? How far am I from?
I'm going to color the body right now. So there's the body there. So it's in kind of like a yellowish, goldish color. All right, so they're within 10 feet away from it. You're 5, 10, 15, 20 feet away from it. So if you move 20 feet, you can move, 5 feet again?
And they won't be able to hit me still because they only moved 5 feet, so...
No, they moved 10.
Still. They already moved 10 on land. They should be
no,
half of that.
you assumed they were slower.
What? Damn it.
I said they were weaker, not slower.
If I move 10 feet, Does that give me within range to do a perception check?
You can technically do it right now.
Sweet. I would like to do that and get more info on the body. I'm guessing because it didn't say anything when I passed by, he's probably dead.
Well, roll me an insight check and tell me. Let me see what you get.
I got a 16.
Okay. This is the nobleman, and he is dead. In fact, you can tell with a 16 that the way that he died was that the water weird basically drowned him.
Good. Fucking cheapskate never paid us enough anyway.
Yeah. What about they already ate my meat, if I remember that.
Yeah, the meal that they were talking about was the meat.
Alright, I will, yeah, I'm gonna end my turn where I'm at.
Alright, so we're gonna go back over to Rhaegar and Gnorbit and the pigeon. Alright, so, you've got this swarm in front of you that's within 5 feet of each of you. The pigeon still can't attack because it's telling you where it's located at, because of how dark it is in this room, but you guys can attack without disadvantage on this.
Alright, yeah, I'll just use my longsword and take a slash.
Alrighty.
Does an 11 hit?
22.
Both of you do hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Fuck 'em up.
7.
7.
Oh, fuck off.
At least I...
Yeah, space out the...
I'm just gonna copy and pasted, so...
15.
You said 15? Okay, it's dead.
Yeah.
Alright, the swarm is dead.
Boom.
Very nice.
Alright, so... Swarm is gone, and you still got the rat that's left with you that is going to supply you with the favor. The rat tells you telepathically that he will lead you directly to where Mouse is at.
Yep.
But that is where we will end our session. And guys, we still have to finish yours off. All right, we're gonna finish off Mouse's
Golly,
fight.
Man.
We're gonna finish off Mouse's fight.
Want me to finish. He's just like, fuck you, Cliff.
Alright. So, alright.
Do they want to get closer so my gun can shoot them?
They are actually going to do something else. They're going to jump in the water.
Oh, shit.
They're going to jump in the water.
Like, do they take fall damage from jumping in the water?
No.
No.
Are you serious?
Nice try.
Like, come on. I mean, they're jumping in the water. It's like it's a foot deep.
Alright, they're in the water, and they can't attack you, but they are in the water near you.
Uh-huh. Wait, the electricity's still flowing through the water, Tony.
They're mud, though, not water. Mud
that
is
doesn't
not
affect them still?
Yeah,
Earth is an insulator.
I
It's
know.
not
Earth is an insulator.
Fuck! Alright,
Nice try, though. I like where you were going with that.
Yeah, I figured they were still partial water, you know,
Oh, they're mostly Earth, so you can shoot them. 24, yeah, that does hit.
24.
Does hit. Oh, yo, damn it.
I rolled a 19.
That puts them on death's door.
Son of a bitch. I'm gonna fucking just move towards...
Okay. Think about it this way. Still have your grit points.
Yeah, but it wouldn't matter. I have
They're
to
creatures.
announce it before I take my shot. Yeah, but I have to announce it before I take my shot, like I did last time. That's how it.
Because of the time frame, I would allow you to add the extra damage.
Sweet. So do I get to roll another one?
Okay, so spend a grit point, roll a 1d6, and I'll tell you what happens. That'll be your extra damage.
It's probably just like 1 damage, and it still kills them.
They're dead. They're dead.
Yeah.
They're dead.
Woo!
Alright. Okay. So, you kill...
What's so great is I get that grit point back because I just killed them with it.
Yeah. Alright, so they're dead. Alright, so Mouse, you have successfully killed the water weird and the mud methods, and all that's left in this room is the body of the nobleman. And then Rhaegar and Gnorbit, you guys have successfully killed the Rat King and the swarm of rats.
Tony.
And also have managed to... Huh?
Was this the boss for this dungeon?
No.
That wasn't the boss.
No.
That was just their boss.
Well, it was... Think of them like mini-bosses.
Oh shit! Something bigger.
There is something bigger down here.
Son of a.
And with that, we will end our session. Thank you guys so much for listening in onto these episodes. We're finally posting up episode 5. And I do have a few really awesome announcements I'd like to make. So we've got ourselves so far 2 sponsors from my Twitch channel that have graciously allowed me to go ahead and add them onto my podcast as well. So I'm going to mention them briefly right quick. And the links for both of these sponsors will be down in the descriptions below, so you can click on the links for those and send you straight over there. But one of them is by the name of Vindsevpt. So if you are looking for clean, keto-friendly energy supplements, I highly recommend going to Vindsevpt. They have a bunch of flavors that you can choose from. The ones that I have tried so far is Dragon Fruit Punch, Blue Raz, and Citrus Lemonade. But they just, as of today, of the time of this recording, released a new flavor, which is Mango. But they have a bunch of different flavors that you can try out. And it's keto friendly, like I said, 0 calories. It's super healthy for you. I highly recommend it. When you get over there, use code INFANTRY to save 10% off of your next purchase, and tell them that I sent you. So if it prompts you and says, hey, who sent you over here, put in my name, Slade Zeno, and you can get yourself a nice little discount on your first purchase. And the next sponsor that I would like to mention is one for you D&D nerds out there, or Magic the Gathering, or any tabletop RPG gaming for that matter. But Inked Gaming, it's a company that is owned by a good friend of mine, or that not run, but they work for the company. But some friends of mine work for the company, and they have been sponsoring me on Twitch, and they sell stuff like play mats, dice bags, mouse pads, all sorts of crazy stuff for your gaming needs, whether it be for PC gaming, tabletop RPG stuff, whatever the case may be. You can probably find it there, and you can get them custom, so you can get them with your own artwork or somebody else's artwork. It's pretty awesome. But the link for my affiliate link will be in the description for that down below, and get yourself a nice little discount with that link as well. But Inked Gaming and Vindsevpt are our 2 sponsors. And the last thing I would like to mention very briefly is we just started Patreon, and the day that we started it, we got our first Patreon. So we aren't going to be able to do like some people do and name all of them one by one, because that would just honestly take too much time. But we will, at the end of each episode, starting with episode 5, say a nice little thank you to our Patreons for supporting our channel, our podcast, and we hope that you will continue to support us as we go along with this journey. We love you all. And we cannot wait for future episodes and see what you guys think about this wonderful podcast.